gameplay strat dari Faramis.
Iya, tapi yang jadi problem adalah ketika Faramisnya sampai diambil, pick off yang diberikan sama Onic bakal berkurang sih powernya karena Kadita bakal cukup susah juga. Kalau misalnya Faramis memegang Purify, yang pasti teamfight bakal menjadi prolonged teamfight oleh Evos Legends.
Ini ntar
Atau bahkan kalau kita ganti sedikit
kamera
ya,
gua ganggu nggak ya?
ini bisa jadi roamer loh, bisa jadi mid lane loh. Siapa namanya Kaditanya ini?
Kaditanya bisa jadi mid lane, bisa jadi roamer, makanya flexible pick banget untuk saat ini. Dan Suns sebagai mid laner yang mungkin masih belum ditentukan atau ditetapkan untuk dari segi pemilihan hero-nya. Dan
Gila
Suns.
Gila Suns!
Yang death-nya itu paling sedikit.
Paling
Cuma
jarang
3.
terpick off.
Iya, paling jarang terpick
Aman gak Ceron?
sampai di
Nutup-nutup
babak
nggak?
knockout stage kali ini.
Wow, dari beberapa match yang sudah dilalui sama Onic, cuman 3 kali terpick off doang.
Makanya dia bermain dengan sangat
Kenapa?
safe, positioning juga berarti sangat-sangat oke. Apalagi dengan hero Kadita nih, hero yang bisa dibilang
Oh,
sangat sulit
kayak gini?
untuk
Lumayan ya?
dijangkau
Ya.
atau dikasih elemen stun ya kan, karena dia punya Ocean ODT. Jadi untuk sekarang Valentina lagi-lagi
Apa biar lebih
pick
kecil?
yang terkadang bisa membingungkan dari kubu
Powernya
Onic.
Hijumi. Karena Hijumi akan dikasih Faramis dan Valentina
Apa ya?
akan di keep. Just in case ada Faramis di tangan Suns, ini akan ada Valentina tangan Hijumi. Jadi mereka mau di mana? Mau sustain team fight-nya, justru sustain team fight tetap ada di arah Valentina.
Share dong,
Power
share dong.
Valentina mid to the late game itu sekali sebur. Alam badukum bawa
Atau
mantra.
jangan lupakan juga bahwa cewek dia pernah membawakan magical damage dealer gold lane. Jadi nantinya mungkin saja kita akan melihat satu pick yang cukup baru dari Keyboy, yaitu adalah Natalia. Karena Natalia kayaknya nggak di-ban untuk sekarang.
Oh Kari.
Dan Baxia,
Kari sih ini.
Digi. Wah,
Ini sih Kari enak banget sih menurut aku.
ini banyak banget opsi yang bisa dimainkan sih untuk cewek. Dia bisa mainin Valentina gold lane, kalau misalkan dia mau main marksman juga. Kari masih terbuka.
Ya.
Brody pun menurut aku tidak begitu buruk karena ya balik lagi di sini ada Digi. Bedanya ya kalau ada Digi agak sedikit sulit aja untuk sedikit farming di early game-nya.
Iya, karena pasti bakal kena pressure yang besar dengan kehadiran Digi dan juga Beatrix di sisi gold lane-nya. Tapi untuk kali ini satu pick terakhir. Sebenarnya 4 pick dari Onic ini masih flexible pick. Jadi siapapun masih bisa memakai hero yang sudah dipilih. Dan
Kecuali-
satu jawaban terakhir nih ya.
Kecuali Masya. Masya Kadita udah gak usah di flex ini. Masya udah di XP, Kadita di roam, Valentina mid. Kalau menurut aku, Fredrin di area jungle. Sekarang butuh marksman. Kari.
Ya Kari,
Yes.
opsi terakhir tadi. Yang udah sempat kita bilang bahwa memang dengan kehadiran dari Bucks ya, ini
Udah fix banget Kari.
hanya ada Kari yang bisa nembusin bagaimana kapasitas durability yang begitu powerful. Hanya saja tas dengan rotasi yang cepat, Basya Shield Unity. Ini akan membuat harusnya Kairi mulai lebih berhati-hati karena invasi jungle bisa saja dia dapatkan semenjak early game nanti akan berjalan.
Bahkan condongan dari audience prediction sampai 91% Filipina
Wow.
menuju ke arah Onic Esports. Tapi tentunya buat kalian dimanapun kalian berada, Sobat Mobile Legends Indonesia,
Duh, ketinggalan pick lagi
hari
gua.
ini kita menyaksikan pertarungan saudara dari perwakilan
Ketinggalan
Indonesia
pick.
yang sudah terbang ke Kamboja. Para atlet-atlet terbaik bangsa. Walaupun
gua kecilin
dihadapi
dulu.
dan disituasikan di dalam kondisi yang berat, tapi mau tidak mau, ini harus kita lewati. So, buat kalian semua, berada di kolom komentar, mari kita bersama-sama.
Mending
masuk
nonton di
menuju
sini,
ke
Cun, sama gua, Cun.
Land of Down.
Mending nonton di sini
Yes,
sama gua.
game yang pertama,
Jangan ada ini.
match kedua kita. Evos Legends versus Onic Indonesia. Dan terlihat ya, dimana untuk kali ini
Oh alah.
Evos
Tas
ada
Bucks,
di
iya,
sisi
dia bisa main
yang
tank
berbeda
emang.
dengan tas dari dan juga Kairi di sisi yang bersamaan. Dan kali ini Keyboy Suns masih untuk berfokus melakukan secepat-cepatnya dari minion agar Suns dengan power hero-nya yang Valentina bisa ngasih Pokemon damage
3-0 lah.
lebih pedih ke arah.
Wave-nya kali ini.
BO5.
Bahkan langsung start menuju ke arah bawah untuk langsung memberikan pressure ke arah Kramer ini miliki sama Tas. Jadi Tas mau nggak mau harus terpaksa untuk mencari tempat farm lain sehingga nantinya level keempat ini agak sedikit kesulitan bagi Basya ketika Little Wonder-nya diamankan oleh
3-0
Kairi.
ini
Ya,
Onic.
dan lihat juga pergerakan dari Keyboy ya. Keyboy-nya ngejagain Kramer yang dimiliki sama Kairi agar nggak
Iya
bisa
nih.
diambil sama tas yang sebisa aja dia langsung loncat ke arah jungle milik Kairi.
Oke, dan bahkan di arah top lane melihat Trans melakukan dominasi atas seorang cewek ini membuat seorang cewek juga benar-benar sulit banget untuk
Tutupin
bisa
FC ini
bergerak.
aja nih.
Dan bahkan dari
Tuh,
Keyboy
FC Evos.
sampai memberikan dirinya
Nanti
untuk
ini
bisa
kelihatan
seorang
strawberry ya.
cewek itu bisa
Kanan
farming.
bawah berarti.
Dengan damage yang cukup besar
Tutupin
dari seorang
fan
Fred
cam
itu
apa?
nambah terus loh
Facecam
stack.
Onic.
Stack setiap dia meledak ke arah hero dari para pemasukan dari Onic ini akan cukup berbahaya. Melihat di arah mid lane, Suns memberikan sedikit distraction dan bahkan surprise terhadap seorang Ijume di early in-game equipment kayaknya tidak terlalu banyak ya.
Ya, untuk di early game seperti ini tentu mungkin kita bisa sedikit melihat ya bagaimana perbedaan pemilihan item. Yang satu menuju ke arah Clock of Destiny dari Ijume. Sementara Suns seperti biasa dia bermain dengan early aggression.
Beda-beda anjing.
Sepertinya dia
Tergantung
akan
orang.
secepat mungkin
Ada
mengamankan
yang pakai
talisman
Fury Hammer dulu.
agar nantinya dia bisa
dan langsung
melakukan spam terhadap skill
sebelum
dari
Hunter Strike.
Valentina itu sendiri.
Oke, dikasih level 4 terlebih dahulu. Sunsnya bersama dengan Kimo juga dikasih level 4 di arah mid lane-nya. Boost mengejar
galak banget,
Psychot, gak boleh apapun terjadi. Black Black Transform sudah dikeluarkan menuju ke arah seorang Kairi. Bakal coba dipasang begitu saja. Langsung bersama dengan seorang Keyboy dan langsung Rumble masih bisa di cancel dengan
Wih,
Tiger.
tetap dapat,
Kairi
anjing.
berhasil mendapatkan retribution-nya, membalaskan dengan satu poin
Dijepit.
first blood di tangan dari tim dari
Masih bisa dapat,
Onic dan bahkan Dreams benar-benar dipaksa harus menggunakan flickernya mau tidak uam kali ini Radit.
Ya, manis banget pressure rate yang ditahan tadi oleh Kairi yang membuat dirinya dapat mendapatkan
Dapat
last hit
stuck.
ke area turtle yang pertama dan
Darah
gak hanya itu
abu-abu,
Psychots yang udah nggak
ulti,
terbalut
retri.
lagi dari shield yang dihasilkan oleh Time Journey Dreams langsung bisa tereksekusi dan keuntungan di menit yang kedua menjadi milik Onic Indonesia.
Dan poin terberatnya adalah ada Valentina dari kubu Onic. Sehingga
Farming
kita
doang.
akan saja bisa menyaksikan dua reverse time
Yes.
nantinya. Dan time journey-nya ini bakal menarik sekali karena bakal beradu-adu adu anti sisi. Jadi mau Keyboy menyerang dengan Petrify, dia pun bisa move.
Dua wave.
Dan begitu juga dengan kehadiran dari Psychots. Dengan Black Dragon Transformation, time journey bisa jadi
Dan
jawaban.
bahkan jujur aja ya, kalau mungkin di time journey kali ini agak lebih diuntungkan oleh tim Onic kalau misalnya dari seorang Suns menuju ke tim Onic. Kenapa? Karena Psychots itu benar-benar nggak punya apa-apa lagi selain CC yang dia miliki. Dan langsung ada PN tembakan ke arah depan, berhasil di-clear dengan sangat cepat. Dan Onic berhasil membuat para pasukan dari Evos kali ini nggak bisa mendapatkan cewek. Dan apalagi from Brans telah dikeluarkan, Keyboy terkena sedikit pressure. Dan bahkan ini power
ROG,
dari Brans,
ROG.
dia menang catch up dengan adanya
Nggak tahu,
Beatrice
Ding.
di arah top lane. Ran.
Ya,
Sponsornya
tadi
mah
sempat
ROG.
fokus dari Evos
Sponsor.
Legends, tapi sayangnya mereka belum bisa
Siapa
mendapatkan
tuh?
hasil yang maksimal.
Anjing, Didit.
Masih belum ada poin kill.
Nggak boleh gitu,
Di unit
Didit.
Yang pertama tapi inisiasi dimulai dari Onic.
Oke,
Time journey.
Time journey. Dan tentunya melihat adanya Suns memegang time journey, seperti kata Profesor KB akan ada 2 time journey dan tentunya ini akan menjadi keuntungan dari tim Onic berada di arah turtle yang berikutnya.
Kalau kita berbicara turtle yang berikutnya itu di top lane. Boleh sih kalau misalkan habis clear langsung melakukan sebuah sweep ke arah bawah juga sama-sama mungkin dari Brans dan juga dari cewek.
Farming doang kah ini?
Karena sweep yang akan dilakukan mungkin sangat menguntungkan bagi kedua gold laner. Setidaknya tidak memasakkan damage guild mereka atau presence mereka itu ada di early game karena sangat beresiko sekali akan ada pick off nantinya.
Oke, cewek tidak terlalu takut karena dia memiliki time journey. Di depan sana Tas mencoba untuk melakukan sedikit Kairi is coming up. Terbuka posisinya,
Petrify.
bahkan masih ada time journey. Retribution
Tetap
kembali tangan
dapat
dari
Kairi.
Turtle didapatkan lepaskan dari Onic. Dan bahkan sisi sebaliknya. Dengan adanya rotasi dibuat sama Psychots, ini tidak bisa terlalu cepat untuk menuju ke arah Turtle. Jadi Psychots gak bisa memberikan bala bantuan. Dan bahkan full plating is real ready to overkill.
Wow, full plating.
Kalah
Full
gameplay,
yang
anjing.
membuat dirinya akan unggul sekitar 300 gold di atas Psychots. Tapi balik
Oh,
lagi
iya.
ya. Time Journey beradu dengan Time Journey pada saat di Turtle yang kedua. Keuntungan lagi-lagi
Nggak
dipegang
tahu.
oleh Onic
Taxtum,
dengan adanya
AG.
Turtle yang diambil tepat waktu penggunaan retributions yang dikeluarkan oleh
Tadinya
Kairi. Tapi
asisten
untuk kali ini
coach kalau nggak salah.
pergerakan sudah mulai menuju kembali ke arah gold lane-nya.
Alright, tebakan di depan sana akan ada team fight kembali terjadi. Sanchez coming up menuju ke arah depan. Time
Iya,
journey belum di pop up. Flicker bahkan harus dikeluarkan, tapi nampaknya misi rahasia yang dilakukan oleh para pasukan Onic ini gagal. Melihat ada Tas mencoba untuk memberikan sedikit rotasi. Keyboy hampir gagal menuju ke arah base-nya. Dan Tas masih bisa memberikan damage terhadap seorang cewek di arah top lane. Cewek bahkan harus mundur Radit.
Ya, tapi Boots lihat selalu cutting minion di sisi jauhnya. Yang ngebuat
Dapet ke atas.
Psychots, kalau
Dapet.
misalnya dia mau join ke arah team fight-nya, dia bakal dilema karena sisi jauhnya bakal dihancurkan. Dan yes, objektif auto turret pertama untuk Onic ID, meskipun dari Evos Legends pun mendapatkan satu auto turret.
Itu dia, rudal yang disiapkan Onic untuk Beatrice dari seorang Brans.
Ya, apalagi ini benar-benar counter play-nya turret dibalas turret ya. Walaupun cewek harus kehilangan satu buat turret di area top lane, tapi nggak akan masalah juga karena mereka mendapatkan satu objektif di bawah. Golden Staff on the way dari cewek. Tapi Blade of
Disuruh
Despair
ajak
sudah ada di
lari
tangan
pagi,
dari Brans.
Ya.
Sehingga secara damage tentu untuk damage per second sendiri Brans lebih diunggulkan sampai saat ini. Hanya saja dia seolah dipaksa untuk bikin win
Ron
of
aja,
nature. Ketika nantinya Boots
Nggak bisa,
sudah pasti
Dit,
akan
anjing.
melakukan zone out kepada Brans.
Iya, Kyrie berhasil.
Oh, dapat.
Lah, nyolong lagi. Udah dapat lagi si
Kyrie
Bucks ya.
Udah coba diusir oleh seorang Brans.
Tapi
Tapi
ada turtle?
nampaknya memang terlalu bandel dari Kyrie ini. Tapi informasi yang pasti sudah diberikan adalah Tas
Jago
tidak
cuma ya
memiliki
Kyrie lawannya kan.
satu buah cover lagi karena Psychots harus masuk ke dalam. Retribution harus dimenangkan oleh Tas. Dan bahkan kali ini Kyrie
Tetap
lagi.
dapat Kyrie anjing.
Kyrie
Malah
lagi.
mati. Iya kecolok.
Dapatkan turtle-nya. How come? Dan bahkan mencoba dipasang
Boots-nya
tiba
nutupin
kembali
4 orang.
Sampai membuat seorang Psychots hilang. Double kill didapatkan oleh para pasukan dari Onic.
Dimarahin pasti Dream,
Radit, how come?
Wow, tadi kita lihat ya Retribution masih belum ready di tangan Kyrie, tapi ya sepertinya pressure
Dimarahin, anjing.
waktu yang tepat yang langsung bisa mendapatkan last hit ke arah turtle yang ketiga dan perfect turtle untuk Onic. Tapi kali ini pergerakan dari Onic nggak cuman di area objektif turtle aja, mereka langsung mempanis player-player yang terlihat dan dari instant replay yang kita bisa lihat.
Ini, terlalu banyak sisi power adalah jawabannya. Jadi tasnya pas selesai di knock up itu baru Retribution dan itu sudah cukup terlambat karena memang turtle-nya sudah di-secure terlebih dahulu
Iya,
oleh
benar-benar.
kawanan Onic. Dan
Ini
ini dia
telat banget.
afterward yang terakhir. Double kill diamankan oleh cewek, jadi benar-benar merupakan poin yang begitu penting dan secara level bahkan cewek lebih unggul dibanding Brans yang memenangkan match up di arah top lane.
Oke, bakal coba ditabrak begitu saja oleh seorang Kyrie di depan sana. Langsung ada cewek memberikan seluruh.
Matilah iyalah lawan Kyrie ya. Lawan
Langsung
Kyrie.
menuju ke arah satu tas dan dilumat dan kalau
Boots-nya.
dari gold difference dan kalau dari levelnya jujur Baxia udah nggak bisa lagi.
Masya ini anjing, Masya split push.
Iya, itu bakal langsung
Udah nggak
dimakan.
Beli corrosion lagi.
Karena tadi yang kita lihat ya udah ada golden staff di tangan cewek yang membuat speedrun
Masih
skillnya
jadul kah?
benar-benar bisa maksimal untuk memberikan damage kepada hero-hero front lane dari Evos Legends.
Apalagi udah jadi golden staff-nya juga
Oh,
cewek.
di
Bahkan
MPL
lebih
pernah sih,
berbahaya
tapi
dan
di GMS-nya
memakan
pertama.
dengan pasif yang ia miliki Demon Hunter Sword.
Dapat
Lengkap
tuh.
sudah item attack speed-nya, bahkan
Mati
ada
dong.
Rowe dan Kyrie hampir
Jume,
saja
enggak
mendapatkan
deh.
Jume. Untungnya masih ada Astral Recall.
Oke, time journey sudah di pop up oleh Drip dan itu informasi yang sangat mahal. Ini akan membuat Onic ada chance lebih besar mendapatkan inner turret ke terakhir karena tersisa satu inner turret saja di bagian mid lane dan dari segi
Semifinal ini Onic Echo.
Itemnya sih udah lengkap banget dari cewek.
Onic Echo
Dia
semifinal.
juga unggul sekitar 1.300
Satu.
sampai 1.400
Iya, satu bagan soalnya.
daripada sosok Brans. Dan lihat
Di kirinya
Boots-nya sekarang
blacklist.
hanya untuk men-zone out saja. 4 pemain bahkan terpicu di arah bawah.
3 orang anjing, 3
Wow,
orang.
Kayaknya bakal jadi
4 orang lagi.
karena terlalu banyak komposisi player Evos di bawah. Split push pun masih
Nggak bisa
dihadirkan oleh
nggak
Boots.
bisa nge-split.
Sehingga hal ini membuat Evos cukup ragu untuk melakukan kontes.
Ya, ini pembelian Masya sebenarnya bagus banget sih. Pertama karena dia bisa split push
Langsung
dan
ulti.
kita tahu ya Masya hero yang kuat banget. Dia nggak perlu recall untuk mendapatkan HP-nya. Dia masih bisa memberikan pressure terus-menerus apabila Psychots-nya udah mulai menjalankan misinya. Karena kita
Ya.
tahu misi dari Psychots adalah flanking
Sun style.
cari backliner dari Onic. Tapi itu dibuat
Nah.
susah dan dilema dengan adanya Masya.
Masalahnya, itu tugasnya Boots juga. Dia bakal flank ke belakang. Dia bakal mencoba untuk menggunakan Thunderclap-nya hanya untuk seorang Brans. Covernya hanya ada Tas di sini. Sisanya Dreams. Dreams harus sebijak mungkin bisa mengeluarkan time journey-nya. Kalau tidak, tentu di sini Suns yang akan lebih diunggulkan dengan time journey yang ia copy dari IMU.
Panas banget terkena dari seorang Sun. Bahkan itu Tas loh yang terkena damage yang telah dikeluarkan. Dan bahkan para pasukan dari tim Onic, mereka bakal coba untuk melakukan team fight kali ini. T-Boy memaksa untuk mendapatkan satu buah time journey, tapi tidak dikeluarkan begitu saja dengan cukup instan. T-Boy karena belakang, time journey telah dibuka
Kaget ya, kaget.
dan ternyata trigger telah terjadi kali ini
Kaget,
Profesor
kaget.
KB. Gagal
Kayak di Gigo itu.
mendapatkan satu buah poin kill dari T-Boy. Terus kembali lagi berhasil mendapatkan time
Bisa-bisa
journey
aja
saat
di
dan
Gigo
momen
gitu.
yang tepat. Tapi balik lagi ketika selamat
Dikagetin langsung ulti anjing.
S12 belum ada ini lagi ya?
Ya, dan ini akan cukup sulit
Belum.
untuk Evos Legends karena kita tahu
Saya nggak tahu
dari
sih, kayak belum
source
announce
spell yang
deh.
diberikan
Kayak
sama
ini
Onic
doang.
masih available
Ini
semua
aja.
ya. Mereka masih bisa untuk melakukan prolong team fight karena
Beranjit,
mereka masih ada chance yang besar terutama dari seorang Kibo yang dari tadi inisiasinya
Tapi
selalu digagalkan oleh time
tadi
journey
di
tapi sekarang
MOBA
beberapa
mah
detik depan
ini
belum
anjir
time
ada
journey di
2
tangan.
transfer.
Masalahnya dalam posisi ini ya, dalam
Bar
posisi
setarasin.
disengage. Sun sebenarnya nggak punya backup yang
maksudnya
begitu bagus ketika dia melakukan recall
se-
di depan
namanya lah
Evos.
segedesin lah.
Ini pertanyaannya, apakah
Idi,
mereka
Balik siapa?
akan
Rek kah?
mencoba
Iya.
untuk melakukan sebuah serangan
Pasif,
atau
pasif.
engage terhadap Suns? Mereka tidak memberikan poking damage sedikit pun.
Iya
Sehingga
kayaknya
membuat
rek.
Suns lihat dia dengan mudahnya melakukan dodge terhadap semua utility yang dilemparkan dari kubu
Pasti capek anjing rekatnya nonton si
Iya, tapi tadi
kemarin.
Iya, anjing dia kalau nontonin nonton Evos geleng-geleng mulu.
HP-nya regen kembali. Tapi ya Evos Legends sudah mulai
Nolol-nololin
dibuat nggak bisa
Saikot sama
keluar dari
Dreamu sama
area
Jabran.
teritorial yang mereka milikin. Mereka dipaksakan untuk ada di dalam semak-semak.
Oke, bakal langsung tertangkap. Time Journey telah dikeluarkan.
Mati,
Kiboy menunggu di
anjing.
sana.
Cover gimana tuh?
Rampam dikeluarkan.
Aduh, sakit banget.
Dari Onic mereka melakukan sedikit sandwich
Dilanjutin,
gaming.
dilanjutin, kan?
Membuat Kiboy masih bisa selamat. Boots bahkan terperangkap di depan sana. Fokus menuju ke arah turret. Gak boleh apapun terjadi. Boots akan
Regen
Onic.
enak banget di situ, Boots.
Dan nampaknya tidak cukup damage untuk bisa
Nggak bakal
mengubahkan
ngasih
seorang
jawaban.
Itu benar-benar ditungguin, bahkan sampai dengan time journey-nya pun muncul barusan. Brans yang lagi melakukan power snipe dengan menggunakan runner apati. Terlalu lama sepertinya di dalam rerumputan yang sangat berisiko sekali untuk disamperin. Dan ternyata benar-benar
Harus ditabrak
di-engage
nih ya.
oleh Kairi terlebih
Iya.
dahulu.
Voltnya beda cukup jauh.
Jauh
Persen
banget.
dimiliki dan bahkan lihat
Ya.
cewek ini udah full banget
Nggak berani
untuk
ya.
SPD-nya. Dia respect sekali dengan ada satu buat Tina Shield bahkan untuk menuju
Dapat
ke arah
map
seorang Hijumi.
si
Di
Kiboy,
sisi
Kiboy.
sebaliknya Lot menit ke-12 ini udah punya power yang cukup tinggi.
Kiboy dapat
Melihat
map,
dari
Kiboy.
posisi pasukan dari tim Onic.
Dapat semak.
Mereka punya hampir dominasi
Konsil.
seluruh laning yang dimiliki di line of down kali ini. Walaupun dengan satu turret di arah top lane udah
Recall
dipecahkan.
doang.
Tapi
Udah
gak ada
ngapain,
satu
digandangin anjing.
laning phase di arah
Nggak
top
akan
lane
dikasih
pun
kill nih kata gue.
masih tidak dipegang sama
Anjing iya 6-0 ya?
Hanya 11.000 gold loh, ini dengan satu Lord aja. Mereka sangat-sangat kesulitan seharusnya untuk Evos Legends melakukan defense terhadap 3 base turret yang menuju tentunya ke arah mid lane. Apalagi ini adalah enhance terhadap Lordnya. Jadi
Ya.
minimal ada 1 atau 2 turret yang akan hilang. Masalah defense tentu di sini masih ada Beatrix. Jadi power defense-nya sebenarnya masih bisa dikendalikan.
Menurut aku masih ada chance untuk Evos mempertahankan semua base-nya asalkan Astral Recall
Nyumin
ini
kah?
bisa
Telur kah?
membuat setidaknya cewek nggak bisa
Nol
terlalu maju
kill
ke arah
anjing.
bagian depan. Tapi S akan segera
Udah biasa
mulai.
sih kayak
Bahkan
gini.
semua konsol gaming telah terjadi. Mundur ke arah belakang, distraction akan terjadi di 3 lane yang berbeda. Base-nya pecah 3-3-nya kali ini. Base turret mereka udah ompong, melompong, tidak ada.
Kiboy dari
lagi
kanan, dari bawah, dari
Dan
bawah.
Superman masih bergerak, mencoba untuk fokus menuju ke arah base yang dia miliki. Tapi nampaknya Evos Legends mereka tidak akan bisa ditembus selagi masih ada Dreams dan time journey-nya belum
Ayolah
selesai
rese
sama
banget
sekali.
Kiboy posisinya anjing.
Bikin gak tenang clear wave. Iya.
Bakal menjadi team fight kembali, tapi lihat Kiboy
Kayak
dalam
Masya,
fase
kayak
sana,
Masya.
memancing time journey tadi keluarkan.
En lah.
Dan ini saatnya
Nih,
langsung
gampang banget.
apa yang terjadi ketika mereka distraction terhadap team fight secara Kiboy fokus ke arah base.
Lagi ngereng kah? Ngereng.
Game pertama akan mereka
Anjing sih kok
selesaikan.
bagus banget Evos.
Wow,
Ngerang di publik kah?
Game pertama
Lawan
berhasil
publik.
dimenangkan oleh Onic di mana mereka mendominasi sekali dari semua lininya, dari semua
Saikot.
lane-nya. Mereka selalu bisa mendapatkan
Ini anjing,
objektif
Eric
demi
Colim.
objektif dan bahkan tidak dapat poin kill sama
Eriko Lim anjing.
0-7.
0-7.
7 poin kill dari Onic,
Kalah coba mereka.
0 poin kill dari Evos Legends. Seolah ini
Idi.
masih kesulitan sekali
Teteh-teteh
bagi Evos
Kamboja.
Legends.
Mana ada pon.
Setelah mereka terakhir bertemu di MPL Indonesia
Jersey
Playoff
keren anjing.
season yang ke-11.
Namanya
Skor
nggak
terakhir
segede
mereka
ini ya,
4-0,
kayak
masih di bawah sepertinya.
jersey
Tren
e-sport lain.
kemenangan game pertama ke kubu dari Onic itu sendiri.
Biasanya kan
Dan bahkan kalau bisa
Mana, anjing?
dilihat tadi ada satu hal sih.
Boots.
Ketika gua pun bahkan
Evos
fokus
tadi,
ke arah
Evos.
Kiboy
Ini
akan
ya,
membuat
bocah Sunda ya?
momentum.
iya.
Di sana, Bootsnya bebas banget untuk serangan.
Iya, bocil Kamboja.
Ditambah satu hal lagi.
Selebgram Kamboja.
Kalau
Namanya
kita
Nguyen
melihat
Van
bagaimana
Truyen.
kehadiran dari
Nguyen
Kiboy,
Mafia.
sadar nggak itu dia ngebuang 2 source loh.
Iya.
Runner apati sama satu Astral
Yang
Recall.
nggak ngapa-ngapain ya 7-0
Tiba-tiba
anjing.
Sunsnya tuh masuk setelah
Ih.
persis pokoknya setelah tasnya tumbang.
Bisa apa juga?
Jadi nggak ada
coy,
frontline
apa
lagi.
itu?
Ceweknya masih aktif ultimate-nya. Sunsnya juga buka time journey, sama-sama buka time journey dong. Lord masuk itu semua basic attack langsung menuju ke arah base.
Iya.
Dan Kiboy dia mendekat ke base karena dia tahu orang tuh akan memperhatikan dia.
Iya.
Tapi dia nggak masuk, dia cuma apa? Distraction doang.
Distraction doang.
Padahal gue nunggu momen ketika udah gak ada time journey, dia akan masuk ke arah belakang, mungkin dia dapetin ke arah Hijume.
Iya.
Mungkin bonus lah, mungkin
Bonus
bonus.
ya, bonus.
Iya. Tapi
Anggapannya kalau misalkan
ke arah base.
ya dia petrify ready
Pas
soalnya.
udah-
Petrify-nya ready.
Petrify ready,
Udah
wrong wave
try hard
ready, pasifnya juga lagi menyala.
Iya.
Dan itu yang aku kira akan ada terjadi momen.
Nah,
Makanya
ternyata
aku lagi fokus ke dia.
cuma tarik ulur ternyata yang
Ternyata
terjadi.
Gelarnya
sengaja
nggak
untuk
main-main,
endgame. Mereka nggak
anjing,
peduli point
kasihan.
kill dan ternyata MVP-nya menuju ke arah Kairi.
Kayak
Selain 100% tim participation lebih ke arah
babi lah.
objek
100% kill participate.
Objektifnya secara mengejutkan ya, mendapatkan 3 turtle. Padahal di turtle yang ketiga,
Ganteng
Dia
lagi.
nggak punya retri.
dia nggak pegang retribution. Dia cuma mengadu dengan menggunakan pedang dari Fredericknya itu sendiri.
Iya.
Sisanya
Pengen dah
itu
jersey-nya, anjing.
benar-benar mengandalkan bagaimana sisi efek entah dari Frederick dengan knock up, entah
gamer
dengan menggunakan
nonton
Verify
anjing.
juga dari
Kagak lah.
seorang Keyboy tadinya. Dan jangan lupakan efek Verify dari satu sosok Suns. Dan kita bisa melihat highlightnya ini dia.
Gokil sih.
Momen
Iya, udah dijepit kayak gitu anjing Kairi.
didapatkan
Dapat.
oleh teman-teman dari
Gak pakai retri anjing.
Iya ya.
Tersbuat.
Pakai ulti doang
Dengan
anjing.
beberapa kali team fight
Ini lagi.
masih mampu untuk diamankan.
Malah
dari
mati tuh
teman-teman
si
Onic.
Lumayan sih itu.
Satu
Oke
poin
sih, Sansa.
yang sebenarnya
Ambil ulti
hampir
Digi ya.
didapatkan
Ini
oleh
timingnya
teman-teman dari Evos.
Ini lagi nih Dreams ini ngapain tuh?
Ketika mereka berusaha untuk memasangkan tim fight tier top lane ini dia. Namun sayangnya Kairi ternyata masih terlalu strong dan bahkan mengembalikan keadaannya. Trade yang terjadi ini adalah jungler yang dihilangkan. Dan ini
Siapa?
dia momen ketika
Indonesia
semua mata
anjing.
tertuju ke
Tadinya
Brans.
BTR.
Sekalipun time journey diaktifkan oleh
Dreams
Dreams,
Brands
itu bukan
dari
menjadi
BTR.
jawaban. Dan base benar-benar ketika sudah mulai terbuka,
Iya,
uang
yang
sudah mulai masuk tanpa nyatas.
lupa matiin Mama Dolai.
Endgame. Dan ini dia.
Mama
7 poin
Dolai.
kill dari Onic dengan 100%
01
dari Kairi.
0 0
Brans. Bisa dibilang di sini ya,
Anjing lucu banget ya lihat statistiknya
0-0
anjing.
sempat didapatkan.
Ya Allah.
Hanya saja satu momentum ketika ternyata Keyboy mampu untuk men-shutdown gak cuma
Hiju Mac.
farmingannya, tapi akhirnya poin yang dari Death
Gila
Lane
nih,
satu
tas main sendiri,
benar-benar
Cok.
bisa ditutup
Daripada
dengan sangat amat
support kayak gitu
manis.
mending
Dan sebenarnya
damage
ada chance
sekalian
buat
anjing.
kabur karena
Dari
flickernya
MDL.
masih available
MDL.
dari Brands
Evos
dan
juga.
juga dia
Evos.
dekat dengan Dreams yang masih
Saya
ada
coach
time
juga.
journey-nya, tapi sangat disayangkan Keyboy udah ngebaca itu semua, ngepredik itu semua dan bahkan masih bisa mempick off Brands
Iya,
yang ada
rayak,
di dalam
rayak.
area base.
Nah, dan kalau kita berbicara soal item, lihat tadi pemilihan toilet armor ini
Iya,
benar-benar
itu
jadi
bisa
sangat
sih.
efektif sekali. Karena toilet armor ini menutupi guardian helmet lainnya yang memang
Iya, anjing.
dialternatifkan.
Iyalah nggak ada yang
Correction side. Jadi
bisa
ini dia,
nyentuh anjing.
Woods dengan
Udahlah damage lah.
slow effect-nya. Dia bikin correction side, dia bikin thunder belt.
Guardian.
Seperti yang
Udah.
pernah aku jelaskan juga bahwa thunder belt
momentumnya kayak gini
pada
aja.
Masya
Iya.
itu bisa aktif terus-terusan.
Ya.
Kalau kita bisa ngitung 1,5 detik sampai 2 detik aja, penggunaan skill satunya Masya yang bisa dinonaktifkan dan diaktifkan kembali tanpa cooldown, itu Thunder Belt-nya akan selalu aktif dan true damage-nya akan selalu dimainkan oleh Boots.
Glowing. Genius.
Jadi dulu.
Iya
Dia
kebanyakan
bener-bener
Genius dulu.
Bebas banget di XP lane, dia bermain dengan makro play
Jadiin
saja.
ininya dulu apa?
Dia
Jadiin
menjadi salah satu turret
bola sebelum
destroyer.
clocknya
Di game
dulu,
yang
terus
pertama tadi.
baru Genius biasanya kayak gitu.
Dengan membawa Crescent Side ini benar
Kebanyakan
membuat
di ini ya di
selalu
MSC
bisa
kemarin
melakukan objektif
dari kemarin.
targetnya,
Kebanyakan
baik
kayak
di
gitu.
outer turret di bagian bawah dan juga tadi pada saat base race terakhir yang langsung fokus ke arah base ini.
Dan ini kalau kita berbicara
Iya,
soal
biasanya
team
COD
fight
Lightning.
participation memang
Anjing
benar-benar
Dreams,
dibuat
damage
0%
deal-nya.
dari Evos Legends karena memang tidak ada point kill
Tidak point
yang
kill sama
didapatkan
sekali.
dari awal dan memang untuk secara damage. Ngomongin pop
Anjing
damage,
0%.
siapa sih yang nggak setuju? Novaria Digi ini pop damage-nya powerful banget. Astra Recall, Auto Alarm Bomb,
Kasian banget ya,
Reverse
ya
Type
Allah.
juga ada. Tapi Onic mendinai early team fight sampai Kairi mendapatkan turtle, baru dia berani untuk melakukan team fight. Alasannya jelas, ada power shield tambahan dari turtle.
Iya benar.
Physical dan magical defense juga ada. Jadi mereka berani untuk melakukan tim fighter kulur.
07 terjadi dan bahkan
Bisa dipakai
full
aja
damage
berarti
itu
ya.
didominasi sama
Ada lagi
Digi
nggak sih MMA?
yang notabene-nya dia bisa ngedeal damage karena dia
Nggak ada.
taruh time
Bawa
bomb di
XP lane
sana.
3.
Bukan,
Dia lempar-lemparin.
yes,
Pendragon.
bukan untuk dari segi front to back,
Pendragon
tapi lebih ke
iklan
arah
loh kayaknya tadi.
ada orang
Apa
lewat,
Discord?
Memang tugasnya.
Walking
Tugasnya
buat buka
walking
map gitu kan, buka
iya,
vision.
Kairinya sampai di arah base-nya, base turret tadi, dia tuh ambil semua time bomb-nya supaya Lord dan kawan-kawannya bisa masuk dengan free.
Nggak ada.
Ya apalagi setelah tadi kita sempat bilang ya, tasnya tumbang, time journey-nya Dreams kebuka, Suns langsung respon. Langsung respon dan itu cewek sama Boots langsung satu matanya menuju kepada base yang benar-benar
Iya,
nggak
Mas,
ada
serius.
minion juga yang
Playback.
menahan.
You can
Udah
assume.
langsung endgame.
Dan bahkan menurut aku, jujur,
Udah dulu deh.
dengan posisi Tas menggunakan Baksi
Pasti
ini
ya.
agak kurang keluar
Iya
ya
di
potensial.
YouTube aja.
Agak kurang keluar.
Karena
Berbeda
hanya
seperti
Kita pindah. Tahu. Ini ya.
Yuk,
Wah,
jangan
masa
ke orang
tidak
lagi.
kosong sih, guys?
Masih. Dari saya minta join deh enggak?
Bang join Discord, Bang.
Oh, di Discord Bang.
Yang capable,
ya.
menurut aku udah tenggelam.
Karena tadi
tenang,
mengingat
nge-case
dengan
di
bawa Novaria pun
sana,
nggak
ini
bisa menjadi
Kamboja.
jawaban kan untuk ngasih
iya.
backupan
Iya.
secepat mungkin
Nggak
karena early
seperti
game
itu damage-nya.
early game nggak ada damage.
Tapi
Tapi
sama
mereka
Mirko.
butuh Digi untuk
Iya.
menjawab bagaimana kehadiran
MLBB bahasa
Inggris ada. Di nah itu.
You know, this is gonna come from a lot of bias for me. Because,
I mean, yeah, sure.
yeah,
But
he's one of my favorite players out there. But here's the thing, right? I have a theory. What happened in because I have a criticism when it comes to the draft of the side of Evos, for example. You saw that they had to pick up brands as well as Cyclops here earlier on. It was Beatrix and Yuzo. We kind of predicted it.
Yeah.
But then again, it exposed the composition that you can see from the side of Evos. Now, the Masha, third pick Masha, really made a lot of sense. It was checkmate already. You don't have a way to solve it. The Yuzhong will have definitely a problem, and you will have a problem with the marksman. So what I'm trying to say here is that if they keep on using or relying on Psychots and they are forced to pick up the Psychots and Brand Zero together in the first phase, that is a big problem against a team that can against a coach
main
that
dolar,
can
main dolar.
like a coach.
Gentlemen, ask and you shall receive. When you're put up against the wall, you call the general. Dilar is coming in. They're subbing out Psychots. I wish we had Ripo here. I want to hear his thoughts about this whole switch up. Folks, millions of people around the world have been asking for this. Evos Legends, please field Dilar. And today here in Phnom Penh, we are blessed with this.
Iya, taruh tengah dulu. Nanti pas start
That's the pose. That's the general's pose.
Oh, okay.
All right. The general of the Dilarmy.
I want to hear from the most physically composed person on the desk first. Abstract your thoughts. Is this a worthy gambit?
Ya,
Here's
dulu
the thing.
mah
'Cause I wanna
jagoan gelar
scream, man.
daripada Psychot ya.
Okay, this composure
Bareng Kairi.
comes in from the fact that,
Onic PH.
you know, I've never been casting in the
Makanya
other
anjing,
M
si
series
Bejon
and
itu
the
yang
MSC.
awal
So
nyadangin
I
gelar.
haven't been that critical.
You're in for a treat.
I'm in for a treat, and this is where I think I can come in to ask, what is the big deal of the line?
Kairi jerawat.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Please enlighten
You want me
me.
to send you a list?
He's
Just
coming from the most pure
He's innocent.
angles. Yeah, he just doesn't know. folks.
Innocent.
All right, gentlemen.
AI sekarang.
Well, I guess the first one is that
Onic
we don't
Araki
know
terus
what
pindah
Dilar
ke
can play now.
I haven't
especially.
seen Dilar play
Haven't
in
seen
a
for ages.
while.
But that's
legit,
why.
he could have
And
got better, yeah.
The thing is, Psychots, you already know what he's going to play, and you know. You see it from a mile away. Even us, we predicted it's going to be Yuzhong.
Yeah.
And you saw that. And Onic really played that well, really outplayed that so well. Second is, there is a specific metagame right now, or a specific part of the metagame that we have right now, where it provides for sustained XP laners.
Do you see? You saw that, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Coach Adi is so close with his players. Anyways,
Oh, there he is.
Let's
Akhirnya
go!
main juga.
He's stretching.
Setelah
Gerald Dilar Trinchera is in the building.
manajer, ini pelatih.
This is a superstar moment.
He cracked his neck. Like,
Masuk
yeah,
orang
I'm ready.
baru bangun tidur suruh ngelatih ya. Kayak gitu.
The Lars by playing
I'm getting
in the international scene. Last played
hear that?
every World Championship Grand Finals.
Season
In the
kemarin
grand
sama
finals, he made a
Sama
grand
sekali.
upper bracket run.
That's right.
Folks, this is not a drill. A lot of Filipinos, a lot of fans around the world have been dreaming
Onic
for the
wow.
General's return, and
Lawan-
finally we get it here in MSC 2023.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Let's hope it's worth the wait.
Exactly.
Let's see the
Versi kalah di
smile on
lower
his
apa?
face.
Bukan camat lagi.
Man,
Watching the MPL ID, you know, I get all the statistics, I get everything I can from Seikos, from Taz, Hijumi, Brands, Dreamers, even Pendragon. But the La is an NA.
It's been a while.
It's so long. Too long.
There's a specific general in the Philippines who said the famous words, "I shall return."
That was
And
General
that is
MacArthur.
General MacArthur. That's very important in the culture of the Philippines. It's a general. It's but fitting that he shall return. By the way, this is the first time that Dilar is going to be playing MSC. Was supposed to be there with VWise. Unfortunately, the pandemic hit, so
That's right.
that was a time
We
where
missed
there
the
was
year.
MSC. We missed the year, and 2 times in the World Championship, M1 and M3. Now one for MSC. First game in the knockout stages, and we can't believe it. And like I said, there's a specific part of the metagame that kind of allows for sustained heroes that he was very famous with. Esmeralda, Uranus, which we can expect now. He's actually really good at the Yuzhong, by the way. So there's that.
So I would believe that that could be a very high possibility where Onic would just outright ban out what they know of the La, such as the Uranus as well as the Yuzhong, just ban the heck out of it.
Yes, but just the same, if you do that, you're playing to what Evos wants. This is exactly what Coach Age and Taxstamp want. They want to steal the show so that you divert from what's actually happening, because even if Dilar does come in, I'm pretty sure the team dynamics shouldn't change much. I'm pretty sure it might
agree.
still be Taz
Let Dilar
and
play.
brand-centric. And I'm guessing if Onic does bite onto the bait, then that's
Malakas
to
Pilipinas.
Evos' benefit.
Leo, I gotta
Malakas
ask you, man.
ng
Is the
Pilipinas.
playing field even now? Both teams
Famos.
have one Filipino.
Hey,
Hey, you know.
it's still 2-1.
It's still
Oh,
2-1,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Manggung
It's still 2-1. But okay, to be fair, to answer your question, it's always been even. Despite the loss and despite the sweep
Ganti
in
akun,
the grand
ganti akun,
finals,
ganti akun.
both teams come in 100%. Both teams want to compete at their finest. It's just that last time in Jakarta, Onic was a better team.
Yeah.
Tonight, we don't know. Tonight, especially with Dilar coming in, we don't know.
Is it time for history to be made? Or
Already, history has already been made.
okay,
Eugene.
remade. Sorry,
be remade,
remade,
rewritten.
rewritten.
I
I
Yeah.
hope so, but look at this. Is this, is this not a bittersweet reunion?
It is.
Balik
Look
sekolah
at
kan.
Denver.
Ada logo sekolahnya tadi di face
Even
aja
for
nih.
Kain, I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
for sure.
I don't know. Were they expecting this?
I don't think so, man.
No, I wasn't expecting it.
I kind of feel like a lot of people already gave up.
As much
Yeah.
as I want in my heart of
Zin
hearts for Dilar to
Yeah.
play, right?
I don't think that
Zin.
give up is a word. It's like I made peace. The fact that
Yeah,
There you go.
at least this season, just give it to Psychots. But now, this is the least of my expectations. I thought that if they will ever deploy the
Tapi
general
keren
once
aja.
again, it should be in the group stages. But no, it's not. It's in a
You know
knockout
what?
stage. In a pivot game.
No, because if you lose this one, you're going home anyways.
But if you win, but
You
if
send
you
someone
win,
else home.
yeah, and then that means
Yeah,
the
sering-sering.
army is reactivated back into active service, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel
Kalau
right
season.
now,
Lebih
Eugene
He's
Abstract?
trapped in a storyline that he just caught up to.
I kind of feel like we're a storm, and he's in the eye of the storm. Is like, how,
This is fine.
especially because you're an EXP laner, so you're
yes, I'm
like,
an EXP laner.
how will he play? Like, why is he so amazing?
this is
Jersey
where I
jersey
will get
e-sport.
to
Jaketnya
the
jaket
Actually,
right?
e-sport
here's the
banget
thing,
ini.
right?
Uh-huh.
This is one of those
Kayak
moments
tadi.
where you found a really funny video, you show to all of your other friends, and then you have that one friend be like, I hope he likes it.
Yeah, he's never seen this
Oh,
He's
meme.
never
device-nya
And it's a
iPhone tapi
two-year-old
ditutupin.
meme. Yeah.
Soalnya sponsornya ROG.
That's right.
I hope I do like this meme as
Kayaknya
well.
orang-orang
At the
masih
same
belum
time,
ini dah.
I hope, because again, the Lar has, let's be realistic, the Lar hasn't been stretching his legs.
It's been a while.
It's
yeah.
been such a while.
That's
like,
that's an understatement
So
even.
okay, so you're preparing me in the very event that something something doesn't
banyak
go
atur.
to
I'm very
right
happy
for the
to
law.
go
Yeah,
here
finally
in
we've been
MSC because
Okay.
screaming and singing his praises. How about a word from the young man himself on his
Oh,
MSC
diba?
debut? Dilar says, I'm very happy to go here in MSC because I've already experienced all tournaments except
Lagi
MSC.
ngapain nih, lagi
So I'm
ngapain?
very
Oh, biar
excited
biar
to play.
nggak
Taz, don't
kelihatan
cover him, Taz.
percakapannya.
Taz, it's his first time here.
Superstar! Come on, let him bask in the glory.
All right, he's
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
He's sorry. He said maaf. All right.
Taz is a memer, man.
I love him, dude.
Taz is a memer.
He's adorable.
And again, Wolf, your experience. Do you think after like such a long time not playing on stage, what kind of effect that would happen on someone like the Lard?
Normally, typically that will be that
Kata
will go
Rektas
badly.
kalau
Yeah.
There's a lot
main
of jitters.
bacot.
Your teammates will
Romernya kudu
have a
kudu
hard
siap
time
mental
like,
aja.
adjusting to whatever it is that you are trying to do, especially from a team play kind of perspective, especially
Kalau
on
Romernya
XP,
nggak kuat
right?
mental,
But the thing is,
jadi
Dilar's
ngedown,
a
bingung
veteran.
mainnya
He
pasti.
doesn't feel any kind of those jitters anymore. He's a I would say battle ready.
hardened.
Battle hardened. There you go.
Jungle banyak mau.
I mean, he was there in the first of many battles, right?
Yep.
He was there when Evos Legends
right.
became world champions.
That is right.
And the best of the best that we
Apa?
would call stars now, I'm pretty sure Dilar inspired the likes
Kita
of Diablo. Dilar inspired the likes
bertiga
of
sama Sapran.
Edward.
Exactly.
Right? So, that being said, this is
Yang kalah itu
historic.
aja.
He's like a OP old guy.
So he's
Yes.
basically
Oh,
the
iya, iya.
father of EXP lane.
Yeah, he was playing even before it was
Jalal,
called XP
ada
Lane.
Jalal,
Oh, yeah,
ada
that's
Fasya,
true.
ya.
His nickname in the Philippines among his teammates around 2020 was Electro Dragon, which is an Electro Dragon because he plays the Yuzhong so much that he looks like a dragon. That was an inside joke. It's funnier in Tagalog though.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, but you get it.
I'll laugh at anything at this point. I'm just happy to have Dilar here. A few seconds before we get back into the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, quick reminder, it's up to Evos now. They choose which side they want to be on as we go into the game 2 proper. Akumbong Atlas for pulling us up into the scene. Finally, we see Evos going over the red side.
I love the Alice, by the way. He really helps everyone out. Anyways, going into the draft, Onic first pick, Evos Legend second pick, Novaria banned out by Evos, but Onic as the first pick, betting out the Claude as well as the Eve. For now, it looks like they're trying to make sure that just the comfort heroes aren't being given away by Evos. Personally, for me, I'm really liking the Claude ban.
Yeah, it's a brand special. And
Biar branch
especially
yang
because
main
Onic really like somewhere on the side of Eve, they really like
Eve, nggak tahu
Valentina, so
mau
that they
pick
ban
apa,
out the Cloud, so
main
just
apa.
they will open up the draft so much for their squad. I would
Tabrak-tabrak lagi ya?
assume that Onic might prioritize. Actually, Valentina should be the
Kalau
priority
Cloud
here for
mah biar
Onic,
branch nggak main
but it
Cloud
will be banned out so easily. I mean,
ya better daripada yang main kan.
Help out Evos, why don't you? So yeah,
5 Hero Sans kah di ban kah?
Valentina hasn't been banned out. For now, again, we're looking at the Joy. I'm not so sure
Acil
whether
ngantuk,
Delari
Acil.
can play the Joy now. And
Acil
speaking of
ngantuk
which,
kah?
hashtag C, the heroes, half of MLBB's hero pool has been used
That's surprising.
in MSC 2023 with 60 left to complete the current roster. Now, gentlemen, this does not show that this meta is as balanced as it could be.
I love it. This is amazing, especially given the fact that heroes like Masha are coming through.
Semua Hero
And
Sans
it
kah,
just shows that we're
5
going
Hero
through the
Sans?
best of the best, the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Legends, if you will, for the meta games across time and space. But now something else to note, even with the 60 heroes left, almost half of MLB's hero
Menutup
pool
siapa?
used.
Udah
Why
kayak
is mid
Eko,
still so
Onic
tight? Why does it
Ngeband
seem like there's
siapa?
only so many mid
masih
heroes that
bisa
are viable?
yang
To the point where you even see fighters in mid.
The answer is really just
Karita
settle for
bisa
what
di
works.
iya makanya
You know, that's a,
bisa di
Four mid
pick
laners banned.
San sama
Exactly.
Kiboy juga
So,
kan
with that,
Kadita.
do you go Arlo?
Tadi
Joy is
Kibo yang
open, by
main.
the way, as well as 1-1. What do you pick Onic? There's so much. This is a shopping spree, but you only can pick one. Joy,
Kaja?
Kaja,
I always want to see the Joy.
Cow gas.
knowing
First
Onic,
pick.
they will pick up 1-1.
Wow.
Because 1-1 is open. But wait,
First pick 1-1
Kaja is open as well.
Kaja Joy.
Kaja Joy
Dari band pick.
or
Kaja Joy, nope.
Kalau nggak di
I think the
ban
Kanja will take priority, right? Since
Yeah.
that's probably the only one that can really deal with a 1-1.
sama Cow
You pick Kaja Joy,
Cow
you
Kaja
I mean,
enak sih.
yeah.
I mean,
So,
Delaris
Kaja,
in
Kufa,
play.
Hero tangkap, Hero
It
tangkap.
could legit be absolutely
get
anything.
spicy.
Could be Phobius, could be the Joy.
Yep.
They're in no
tadi
I think Kaja.
di pick Eko
Knowing
ya Eko sih
Evos, they. I mean, knowing Dillard, he might be the last pick.
Kaja.
Kaja Joy. Oh, fire.
sekarang
I mean, the Eve is not there anymore. The Valentina isn't there as well. So this Faramis is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're pretty good.
You are pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
Get a room.
Speaking of rooms, Onic, what kind of room are they trying to create here? Because going up against Kaja as well as the Faramis, quite a lot of
Jaketnya sih
engage.
keren,
How
jaketnya
are they going to make
pengen
sure that
jaketnya
this
aja.
1-1 will be able to get good
Keren.
stacks?
Yeah, a room where you protect you allow for the 1-1 to have stacks. So you have a frontliner, Frederick, for example, or maybe
1-1 to have what?
a room where you have a room for the 1-1.
To have stacks.
Stacks!
Oh,
stacks!
Yes, to proc the weakness point.
Right.
Cow lah.
Perfect.
So Frederick
Cow
or
Kiboy.
Akai, I would say, and then of course the Joy is there. Oh, Farsight.
Barca! Wait,
ya
isn't that like...
Cow Kufra
Okay, here's the
It's not as
thing.
hot right now.
0% win rate.
Yep, pretty much. There's the Frederick, as expected. You can still settle for a carry here if you're Evos.
No, I mean, like, looking at the situation, there's already quite a lot of dive, right? Delari could be using something like a Yuzong
Joy.
as well. Are they trying to bait it out? Are they trying to
They
force
are.
Delari?
Absolutely.
Yep, the dragon is so good here.
Absolutely.
They're trying to force the line.
Yep.
I mean, looking at the fact that it is a Fasa, yes, I absolutely agree. It seems like a Yuzong makes perfect sense in this
Yep.
case.
Wait,
Onic
even the
hasn't,
Arlet?
I mean, Onic hasn't really shown who their ESP leader is, how that movement and how the lane priority
Masih
would
big.
be like. But regardless, we're still looking at the Fredrin. We're still
Yeah.
looking at the fact that Fredrin can still flex into the ESP.
I think this is just Joy or carry as the third pick for Evos. Instead
Dapat
of
suara siapa?
You
Uranus dolar
Yep.
We mentioned it before the game started. Let's go, Delari.
This is all reliable. This is all
tapi
reliable.
Fredrin masih flex pick
Much the
nih
way,
bisa dipakai
much the way
boots
Oh My
juga
Venus is Estes and Caldis is Lancelot.
side iya
Delari
nangis
is
ya
Uranus.
exactly.
Delari's what?
Uranus.
Got it.
Uranus
Dilar is Uranus.
Dilar anjing.
And I'm standing now because I'm so happy about this. This
Okay,
is a
fine, I'll
classic.
Tenang
stand
anjing
as
gua
well.
ngeliat Dilar main.
Alright.
I'm
Kasian,
happy
Cok.
too.
So
Jauh-jauh.
you better carry here if you are
Agreed.
Evos. Or maybe
You can pick it up after.
you can pick it up after. I'm
Iya,
thinking
ban
actually
Hiroki Boy
Lapu-Lapu
harusnya.
as a ban for Evos. It's still good versus Faramis type of compositions, and it's the way for you to kind of have a front line to fend off the
Bisa sih,
Faramis
tapi ya
altar, as well as the fact that
Dinai
you allow
biar
for your
one nggak
One to get the
combo
stacks.
Franco one dapat
Honestly,
ulti
I
kan.
like the ban onto Franco right
Buka
now.
ulti.
I kind of
I
feel like
also agree.
just go with
Enak banget
the
kan,
roamer
Franco.
ban. Any kind of roamer that could give a problem towards the Kaja as well would be pretty good, because I'm also thinking
That's right.
like when I'm playing the Kaja, it's very annoying going up against something like the Atlas
Ngeban.
where you could pull me
Onic
up
respect
when I
kan
want to
ngeban
pull you
Melissa
down.
biar nggak ada momen.
Yeah, I know.
Bikin momen tolol lagi.
You don't have to
Yeah,
explain.
I'm
man.
not gonna explain it. Yeah, no.
Okay, the only problem I have with this Uranus, unfortunately, is that it was picked third, and Coach Eb just knows how to deal with this. Raja Yeba, yeah. Raja
Ini es
Langit
batu
Yeba.
apa air hangat, Ger?
Did you know that Coach Eb cannot step on land anymore? That's why he was carried though. FPL ID.
Oh, biar Uranusnya bebas
Far
kan?
too expensive.
Yeah, that's right. No, have
Takut
you ever seen him
bootsnya-
walk on
Nope.
stage?
Nope.
Bisa
Whenever
sih.
camera
iya sih.
pans
I
over,
never see him walk
Yeah, yeah.
in general.
he's just there.
He's
Yep.
hovering.
Uranus jarang
People
juga
don't know.
dia.
He's been hovering all the time.
Jarang-
That's right.
jarang-
By one.
Or
Iya.
that's true. Or he's being carried by his teammates,
I
or
can't-
someone else.
I've carried him.
That's right.
MPL Philippines
That's
Season
right.
11 playoffs. What a privilege.
That's canon.
That's kind of looking at the final bans here. The Dairoth closed
main
up,
apa nih?
and of
Yeah,
course
the
the
league.
Fanny taken
Apa
away.
lagi si Assassin? Oh,
Carry.
iya, ini.
I'm thinking of carry, and then after that take a link.
Harusnya link.
It's pretty good against
Link,
this
Akai.
composition, no?
Akai enggak sih.
That's
Carry first, link
That's
later.
true.
What's
But
scary about the Ling though is
Iya,
if the
one-one.
Fredrin goes to the jungle,
Yeah.
it's not as
Jungle
easy.
kan.
I think
That's one point.
You might just last pick up Artis here.
I do agree with the Ling also, actually, to be honest. Because they will want to probably look at the second insurance on really dealing with
Jauh lah.
Fasa, right? Fasa is that large artillery
Yalah,
would be one of
jauh
the big ways that Evos can't even get close to the opponents. Get closing.
Yep, Lapu-Lapu is so good here for Onic. And then there is that
Satisfying anjing
route
nonton
where you go for
Chowky Boy.
some sort of a lockdown to go
Bukan.
with your 1-1 so that you have a frontliner. So maybe something like Atlas, perhaps. With the absence of the Franco, you need that hard lockdown.
Udah fix, Joe.
Orang Munton
Something
kali.
along the lines of like
Is Lolita
French
bad?
Judgment, Lolita maybe something single target,
Messi.
you know,
With the single bonk,
Saber, something. No, not
Siapa tuh?
Saber.
Wah, Joy.
maybe a Cho.
Joy XP kah?
Yep. Kufra, there you go.
Kufra. Iya.
Sound.
Right, Kufra being very solid here.
Keyboy Classic.
Looking at draft now, I was thinking about the
2-0.
link, but yeah, now with the Kufra there,
Not exactly viable anymore.
a little bit difficult. Yeah, a little bit difficult. But again,
But they're kind of lacking damage, isn't it? From the side of Evos.
I would say early. Mid, honestly, once the Faramis has the clock as well as lightning, it hurts quite a lot. The moment it has the Divine Glaive, you could basically almost one-shot the entire team, especially if the team clumps up together.
Kalau Akai
Trust me, I
nggak ada
play a
damage
lot
ya?
of Faramis.
Yep. Maybe the finishing
Faramis-
touch is the
Faramis
market, so you go
Betrick
for the
doang.
decimate, you guarantee a kill.
Oh yeah, true.
Chain together.
And you win against the Fredrin.
You win
If
against
it is a
Fredrin.
jungle
Nempelin
Fredrin.
All right,
I
this is a
mean,
Joy.
Kenapa?
You're correct.
Lincah semua.
Or maybe actually go
Right.
back to
Ya, ini.
Martis.
Ini dikejar, Jo.
Martis.
Oh, Martis.
So far, we looked at both teams' drafts. Are we going to be slightly biased with the Lars Uranus here?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What do you mean
all right.
slightly?
All right, Evos then.
It costs nothing.
It costs nothing. Yeah.
Again, game one we also preferred Evos' draft, right?
Yeah,
It
True.
just
Cuman ya,
The
came
execution.
the difference, the execution, and of course timing.
Yep. Dare I say,
Abstract.
I don't favor Evos' lineup, but this is the Lars Uranus.
Just
song.
for,
Yeah.
right?
To be honest, I do like Evos lineup. I do want to see Evos
Oh,
being able to pull this off.
I believe our camera did stutter a bit there, which made it seem like Yeb
Yeah.
was walking, but
He was hovering.
can confirm he was
Just
hovering. I
trust
see
Ih,
him
That was a
Fanny
stock
nonton
video.
Funi.
Yeah, I see him
Tadi.
straight from where I am now.
Udah putus
Definitely
sama
was
Albert.
hovering. That was from a couple of years
Yeah,
back.
it was a
folks.
stock
Nice.
video.
Again, this is a historic matchup as is. Let's go into game number 2 and make more history in this best of 5. Gentlemen,
Going into game number 2, we see Delar finally coming in, but will he be enough to drop down the Sky Kings. Onic down to the bottom. In fact, we're gonna see the bird fly a little bit longer. This is basically just now.
Yeah.
Just hovering there on the base.
They're fixing some tech issues because Yev's foot deck.
I kind of feel like that took everyone by surprise. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. So now looking back at the draft, I'm just thinking like this Joy, although it is still a good game for the Joy because of the presence of the Beatrix that can go to the backlines, this is not going to be the typical Joy that can easily go up against Marksman because now you have the Kaja. Traditionally a good counter, or if not an answer to the Joy because you just lock him down, right? And you have the damage output and you have a killing blow. So it's still... I think the 1-1's still a problem, although they have the Fermis for the cult altar, but...
Right now, honestly, looking at the Marshall, 4 fingers has been shown, and 4 fingers usually hurt. So this will take a while.
Okay, so you guys were talking about a 1-1. We
1-1. What about a 1-1?
About 1-1, right?
Yeah, 1-1.
We're talking about a 1-1, right? So 1-1 used to be 4 stacks. Now it's 3, so at least it's a little bit easier for 1-1 to proc and go over to the ultimate. But okay, the main question that I want to ask is the fact that yes, there is a Faramis and yes, there is a Kaja. They have a catch onto the 1-1 and they have an insurance policy with the Faramis. So what is really going to be one of the biggest problems for Evos right now? Because I, as a team in Evos, if I have this composition, I don't think that I will be afraid of 1-1 at all.
Yeah, you're not afraid of the 1-1. You're also not afraid of the Joy. But having both 1-1 and Joy together, you might not have enough resources to lock down those 2 heroes. Maybe you can only pick one. So that's the only...
So you pick which 1-1?
Which 1-1, yeah. For you to be able to get to 1-1.
Kalau habis pause gitu.
But yeah, that's the looming problem here for Evos. Surely they have the tools to go out those heroes individually, but together they might need to pick their fights. And that's a difficult choice to make because it's between Boots and Chewe. So it's a very difficult dilemma. But then again, like I said, they do have the tools.
I see where you're going with here because again, you have the answer, but you probably have the answer for one person only.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of feel like the answer will be much easier if one of the lanes is one.
Yeah.
Right? If the Uranus was able to deal with the Joy, then the Joy won't be that big of a problem later, right? So you can use all your resources to make sure that the 1-1 comes down. But if the 1-1 doesn't see much trouble, then, you can focus on the Joy. If neither of them are much of a trouble,
tahun
then
2022, berarti 2005.
So how's going to be the matchup of Joy versus Uranus? Specifically, if we are looking at the La onto this Uranus. Because I really want to know what kind of matchup I would want to, what kind of matchup this is going to be like.
Honestly, it's going to be surprising
Gelar,
because the
check
Uranus
this out.
after
Nah, sih, bocil
the
Kamboja kah?
the damage.
Wah, bocil Kamboja.
Dilar, check this out.
Oh, the Lar,
Swag,
check this
swag.
out. Anyways, okay. So the Uranus, the first kill has been buffed in terms of the damage. You can hear the crowd.
That's so charismatic, dude.
Taz knows how
That
to
is
play.
so charismatic.
Taz knows how to play with the camera, but again, acting like he's crying. Oh my God, I got to play here.
Yeah.
What am I gonna put? You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Uranus will be doing pretty good. That's the end. That's the only thing I want to see. And the Joy does quite a lot of damage as well, but level 1, you can cut the lane. As long as the Joy gets hit by the Ionic Edge, Uranus will eventually win out. But I don't think the Joy will let the Uranus get the Ionic Edge stacks onto the Joy.
Difficult to think.
Yeah, it is difficult to think.
I guess the real
It's a skill matchup then. Let's make it easier. Skill matchup.
50-50. Let's just put it
Skill
that way.
matchup.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if we're looking at the other lanes, right? Faramis does clear faster than
Jadi kayak ini Marcus Smart.
So generally speaking, if they do want to put a little bit more pressure on over to the side of Beatrix lane, since it is Beatrix versus 1-1, I'm expecting that Beatrix should be pretty much A-OK onto 1-1, and they would probably want to get a little bit more of the turret plating off of 1-1's turret.
Which,
Babenya mati,
now
Mbak.
that you say that, now you say that,
Babenya mati, Mbak.
catch up with the Faramis, so that's even faster.
HDC,
You
HDC.
have the clear already, clear speed is there, and you can rotate to lanes much faster. And it's like, if you compare that to Farsa and Kufra, that of course will pale in comparison. So you only have to be careful about the initiations that will come from Keyboy. That means
Yang paling enak buat main ML, game HP mah iPhone sih.
They have to make sure that the first 2 picks, the Kaja plus the Faramis, will
Yeah.
come.
Honestly, right now, I'm actually
Gua
quite
pernah lagi.
interested in the Farsa because again, Farsa so far hasn't been doing too well.
Kayak saya gue udah dicopot,
Still has the damage,
Black
but
kudu dikipasin.
here's the thing. Initially, when I saw the nerf on the Wings by
Nobar.
Wings, sure, adding a few extra seconds, making
Di
so that you
medium masih
can't really
ngangkat.
spam your force skill all the time. I thought it wasn't that big of a deal,
Tas
but
bocil
apparently
saper anjir.
it's pretty
KCI,
annoying not
KCI.
being able to fly away from difficult situations. So now Onic Philippine reunion, Coach Yeb, Kyrie, and Nobar meet once again in the international stage. However, on different sides this time.
Ini gay kan?
This time,
Gay moment
This is
kan?
adorable. These two.
They're adorable.
At this point,
Yeah,
I don't think it's
dikacangin.
Evos fans. I think they're all just Nobar fans.
Yeah, really? Maybe. Dilar has
I'm
his
a fan
own,
of Nobar now, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
You haven't even seen him play.
No, it doesn't really matter. He's
Yeah.
charismatic.
Yeah.
I like
General
But,
of the
Kyrie
Riz
though.
army.
the Kyrie though.
Kyrie, yeah. Even
He's a handsome devil.
handsome, but handsome devil is Diablo.
The handsome devil's Diablo, so
Yeah. All right, that's Raja Yeba, Raja Langit. You're seeing together with
konsep nih
Coach,
ngomong
he's
Indonesia
barely
udah
sitting, by the way.
fasih banget anjing.
He's what?
He's barely
Orang
sitting,
Filipin.
like
Yeah,
his
yeah,
feet is hovering above
Exactly.
the ground.
Udah wah itu
And
mah
if they-
kata
if
pertama kali.
He does need to kind of get his feet on the ground. They make sure that the ground is like there's a carpet that has been dry cleaned. The upholstery is great. It's
Di
premium. You
vlognya
know,
Mirko
he
tuh
only steps on premium
ada
ground.
Coach Siep lagi
You know, I just
ngobrol
why don't even know how
sama
to follow that
caster
Yeah.
Malaysia,
No, there's no
ngobrolnya
follow-up.
pakai bahasa
It's a
Indonesia
fact.
anjing,
It's
aneh
something
banget.
that we have to experience first.
Aneh
Then
banget.
we can really say something.
Siapa sih?
Okay.
Pemain Arsenal
What
kan?
was that?
I'm glad that the
Mbappe.
way that they're buying time for us, just keep showing Dolar over again.
Yeah.
Like this is the effect. The
Lama
One
sih.
scene, then go back to the
No,
Dilar.
imagine being Dolar. All right. After like what, a year plus I haven't played. Now I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
Goes in the game. Pause.
Yeah.
What an
Ay, GoPro
effect,
ya?
man. What an effect.
Yeah. Immediately.
Brika Pro.
Making a lot of waves. I wonder what they're trying to do. I wonder what they're trying to fix here.
I forgot for the fourth
Temen
one.
gue beli
I
lagi
think I know.
Brika Pro,
The fact
terus
that
pas
he is here,
dipakai buat
his presence is
Yeah.
loncat-loncatan di
I
sungai
agree.
gitu
Let's
sama
see,
gue
just
nggak hancur
start.
pas dilihat hasilnya anjing
Forget it,
burik banget.
but number 4 has a lot of things under it, but yeah, it will take a little bit of while. Right now, the troubleshooting
Gak
does
layak
say
upload, anjing, gak
around
layak
more or
tayang.
less 2 minutes, maybe just a little bit more than that. For now, we can see the crowd; they're all really enjoying themselves.
Boots.
Boots,
Boots revamp dah.
A boots revamp, okay.
Oh, him. Oh, God,
Iya lagi.
is the revamp.
Yeah.
Boots.
Does look like it.
Yeah, he does.
Looks the part.
Boots revamp.
I wonder if he actually does. Is that redrafting? Huh. I have good ears, so you know.
You have good ears? You
Apa?
can hear from the stage?
Look, okay, let's not leak this out, okay? I don't know, I'm just something whispering in my ears like
Ini ngapain?
maybe
Lah,
not,
lah.
maybe not, you know.
Ngapain anjing?
Daredevil?
No,
I think
no.
he is that devil.
Yeah.
No.
Alright.
He has all
Hoi
kinds of
Moi
superpowers.
Mao!
Okay.
Hoi Moi Mao
Somehow.
basically means everyone cheer.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're not only good at
Udah main,
hearing, you're
udah
also good at understanding.
Oh yeah, no, honestly it's weird. Sometimes I hear people talking like, oh yeah, I roughly know what you're talking about. Now we're gonna look at both Kyrie and Delar face off. Who is more handsome, Kyrie or Delar?
Starting from
Apa-apaan anjing.
starting
Delar.
from Wolf.
I'm
Starting
Delar.
Okay, Wolf.
Delar.
Can I
Can I get a
Can I
Lu
abstain?
bencong anjing.
Can I abstain here?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no. This is not the one.
Both
where you can
of them
either
are your
check
kids.
or
Oh man,
You can.
it's so difficult. They're both my boys, you know,
They're both Filipinos that went to Indo.
and both from Onic.
Yeah, they're both your boys. They both respect you. Now you gotta make a choice. Who is your
I'll
favorite
just die.
son?
Just kill me, you know.
Sip,
We have to
mulai
be
sip,
specific
anjing.
here. Who is the most handsome? Because
Just kill me.
if you're nitpicking on the term handsome, I know
Somebody
my answer.
just shoot me now, you know.
You know what? That
Come
is
on, Wolf.
that
How
is-
do you answer that?
that is probably
My-
the answer of a parent. Yeah.
My
Okay.
answer for the most handsome would be Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
But the
Ini
cutest one,
pamer,
of
pamer.
course, will be Delar.
You know what?
I don't know the difference between cute and handsome, so.
You're cute.
Oh,
You're
you're handsome.
Hey, James.
All right.
Yo, we
Got
coffee.
him.
Caster game
Got
moment
him.
kan?
Looking
Saling
at
puji kan?
the screen, looks like they're touching the screen just a little bit. So I think we're about to go into the game.
Yeah, but we are gonna be waiting for the head marshal's instructions to go on with the game, and we haven't
Sip.
seen that just yet.
Yeah, but right now we're seeing
The
them.
chop. It's called the chop.
The chop.
Chop.
The karate
the
chop.
The onion chop.
He's waiting, you know. The hit marshal is just there, waiting, preparing for the right time. It seems like he's, you know, almost ready.
Or maybe they're just
I
testing
think
the
you were
paint.
right about the redraw.
Or maybe we're just looking at Kyrie and Delar at this point.
Yeah, they're the pink test.
The game does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Oh, we're
no
going into the
chop.
game.
No chop.
No chop.
No chop, and we're in the game. Speaking of which, Evos has 7K gold lead? Nah, there's something wrong. The game
Ngebak.
That was the previous game.
Ngebak anjing.
This is how strong the
Pak
line is,
producer.
you know? His presence alone is more than enough to break the entire statistics of the game and the economy
So
and numbers.
funny.
No, imagine the buff that you have. The moment you go into a game, you immediately get a 7K gold lead. That's the buff I want.
This is the true meaning of buff.
That's the true meaning of buff.
Is this the time where we focus on Delar just, you know?
Iya,
They're
anjir.
just leaving the lane.
I think this is gonna be a really good idea for me to really realize and understand between Boots and Delar, between Joy as well as this Uranus, how is the free lane priority gonna be like? Will Joy even want to stick himself out and stick his neck out and try to go for trades on health while trying to bring down the waves?
Honestly, it is worth it, but the thing is, Delar just keeps on healing up, especially he's using the crab there to make sure that he keeps the 20 stacks. Yep.
And of course, in the meantime, in the middle lane, we do have Keyboy as well as Kyrie jumping onto Dreams. It didn't really quite suffice too much to our kill.
Oh,
However,
Delar gets Kyrie.
this is going to be something. Delar is just going to be jumping himself right in the face of Kyrie. The Appraisal's Wrap did manage to connect, but Delar is still going to be A-OK, and we know for a fact that he
XP
will be
laner
generating
ya.
back. But we do have Sans coming in from behind.
Keyboy-nya.
Airstrike, more than
Tuh kan.
enough. Kyrie still takes the turtle right now. Sans just going to be coming right in with the decimate and kill.
Gal.
Boots.
Iya,
Honestly,
Kyrie.
that was-
Iya benar.
I would say as good
Gelarnya
as they
mainnya
could
udah
do
bagus
it
banget.
for
Nutupin
Evos, but again,
Kyrie.
a very good engage coming in from Keyboy and Taz, low HP.
It's very greedy from the side of Taz, especially since there wasn't much people that could open up the map for Taz and helping them realize that, hey, the orange buff is going to be taken down, or rather the orange buff, someone is going to go over to the orange buff. In the meantime, it does seem like Kyrie did manage to bring the orange buff down. Keyboy and Kyrie is running for their dear life. And
Iya, dari tadi padahal bisa
his
ngepok.
very first kill
That
in
was-
MSC 2023.
One of the
Orang
longest
squad.
skirmishes that we've seen, just because of the fact that it was the Uranus, and Kyrie really overstayed there. Was able to successfully get the turtle and the orange buff. That was great. Great place, but Delar was there to punish.
What?
I mean, something happened to Midnight. Yep. I mean,
Penuh lagi lah.
1, 2,
Belum ada item
and
ini.
a profit. But either ways, right now on the top side,
Joy.
Taz is here. I kind of feel like you can't really take quite a lot of advantage here in the EXP just yet, because even though Boots isn't winning, Boots isn't really losing as well.
I think this is the point in time where the ESP is just so equal and 50-50. Even if Delar is winning against Boots, it just takes so little for Boots to come back in this game. You just need one person, hit himself up to the top lane, push Delar away, and they're back to equal.
I kind of get what you are coming from.
Wih,
Looks like there's a
ke
plan.
situ gua kira
Keyboy,
ke
bouncing
Bras.
ball. In the meantime, suppressed in, and Keyboy is not in a good spot at all. The entirety of Evos collapses themselves and brings the front line down.
I would have said that it was Taz who's suffering. Even when like Delar as well as Brent's having a great time, Taz will be the one suffering. Now he gets 2 kills. He still is a level behind Kyrie,
Yeah,
which
di
means
belakang.
that Frederick will be snowballing out of control when it comes to taking down those neutral objectives. But overall, something has to be done for Taz. Not only when it comes to the kills, they need to really make sure that they get probably the 3rd turtle and the 1st Lord. That's how they should be winning this game.
Though he may technically be a level behind, or rather a few EXP behind, I'm pretty sure that his itemization is enough on the
Keyboy.
But in the meantime, he has Keyboy jumping in. He did manage to connect on the Dream as by Kyrie for now takes the turtle for his own. Delar gets himself away, and the entirety of Evos actually went in for business and went out.
Yeah, looking at the situation just now, Dreams 0 and 3, but he does not have his ultimate up, because at this point I kind of feel like Evos, they kind of want to
Iya,
move
3 doang.
proactively, but even if Kaja does catch someone, looking at the damage, I kind of feel like if it's just 2 person there, including the Kaja, they won't have enough damage, but 4 people here, they might be able to do something. Dreams just got his ult, but the thing is, still doesn't have the flicker.
You can see that already. You can see the strength of the
Langsung
Frederick.
dua,
Like
langsung
he's able to
pedang.
really tank up, and whenever he gets the 1st turtle, it's just really a massive boost on the farm and tank ability of a Frederick. Oh,
Padahal emang nggak mati kan?
Just a sliver,
Anjing masih bisa
one step
ngedamage lagi.
away and pops off the defensive aspect for a little while longer. Kyrie
Masih bisa ngedamage.
he will be able to bring Taz down.
I don't know whether Taz had the orange buff or not at that point, but I was so low. Sans should have died, but still was able to run away. And just an interesting point that I got to give over to Wolf now. The Lar is not building the Enchanted Talisman first.
Oh,
Yeah, he's building the Oracle, meaning he's going straight for defense.
Yep. Because he knows that he needs to tag up against the Joy. Somebody has to take care of business. So you have a little bit of damage mitigation for magic from the Oracle.
Yes.
Of course, that's Farsa as well as the Joy, who's going to be a problem later on. Then you go to Talisman afterwards.
Best
Patrick,
of both worlds.
enggak ding.
You're able to sustain for extended
Yeah,
team fight,
dapat bawah
and
dah.
of course you're going to be
Tutupin.
A-okay with Sans and Blue. I like that.
Right now, looking at the bottom lane, T-Boy is charging up. Dreams catches him.
Dreams immediately brings CW down while Keyboy was looking to try to bring down the bottom lane.
Wah.
Keyboy
Dapat lagi dibalikin.
Dribbles right over to the wall.
Ngeri banget ya
And the
follow
Onyx
up-nya
follows
Sans
by.
anjing.
Sans
Langsung
almost
datang. Awas,
managed
Kyrie.
to help to bring Dreams down.
Oh,
But
Taz.
Taz is here with the first decimator connect down onto the front end. Keyboy jumps himself right within the range of the turret, and he's gonna be A-okay.
A lot happened, but I gotta say, man, perfect timing by Keyboy. He knows, like, okay, you guys are gonna recover it in 3, 2, 1, clap back.
That was, there's just a lot of
Frank,
micro
go on,
things that
Nicky boy.
happened in there. First, the jump coming out from the Kaja that was Dreams, that was immediately piled up by Bennett's Rage, and he was able to pull back his target, which was Chewe, to multiple bombs from the grenade, from the Bennett. That's why he's able
Dapat
to kill
turtle
him.
juga,
Then
iya.
afterwards, when the Cult Arthur was activated,
Setelah
you know that you get suppressed, right? You get
turtle.
stunned when the shields are up. So Kyrie just popped the ultimate, and immediately, you know, effectively stunning up 3 heroes that set up for the Kufra.
Keyboy.
Speaking of catch, Keyboy, he tried to go for it, but no one else was really around that to follow up.
Oh, and Kyrie was able to retrieve that gold crab away. So, small win, but you know what? Any kind of win, you're just going to be appreciative of it. Right now, let's look at the items. Anything we should be thinking about here?
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned the Oracle. There is an upcoming Dominance Ice for Dilar, which kind of deals with the 1-1, which is
Ya,
much
kata One
needed. And on
Redrin.
the
Nggak
opposite
jadi,
end,
nggak
some
jadi.
just casual items from the Kufra so that to last up against the Mordin.
Right now, Dular is deep into enemy territory. Looks like he's just getting vision a little bit. So far, looking at the mana pool, he should be able to handle Boots quite well. Speaking of which, Boots and Dular, not winning, not losing. Both EXP laners, they're just kind of like doing their job, biding their own time.
It's a very equal fight, right? We're looking at both teams pretty much hanging on the knife's edge. Anything that will happen, it will eventually erupt.
Now, looks like Evos tried to catch Keyboy off guard with a little bit of damage. So far, Keyboy, he is going to be
Langsung
linchpin.
retreat.
Kyrie goes in, finds Hijime.
Front didn't really quite connect on the Hijime though.
Ulti egois kah? Ulti egois?
Went off with the Cult Altar.
Oh, what a good go-ahead play coming out from
Ada
Kyrie,
Lord lagi,
utilizing
20
the
detik.
Retribution, knowing that the next objective will be about 20 seconds away, so it will be cooling down for sure. What he did was to force out the Cult Altar just because of one
Keyboy.
micro play.
Didn't really quite connect to the Tyrant's Revenge though. Hijime was looking for a small little avenue, but it would seem like he would want to go in anytime soon. But Sans finds something, and that is a feathered aspect that actually managed to track down Hijime and Brands more than enough to force them away. This is a small little priority that they can have.
I gotta say, man, Evos, they gotta slow things down because Hijime needs a bit of time to come back to the Lord fight. But right now, Keyboy, the Lord is there. Keyboy doesn't want to go for the Lord just yet.
Oh, that's crucial. They lost control of the Lord, but now Hijime, his ultimate is cooling down.
Now, looking at the Lord, about half HP. Kyrie, as well as Taz, is both there. The Lord soaking a lot of damage. Dreams tries to find any angle that he can get. Now Keyboy is just there. Brand from back. The Lord so low. Brand secures it.
It doesn't seem like Brand will go down anytime soon because of him getting it as the Lord is gonna be big. And for now, Onic continues to tower through and power through. Hijumi and Taz did go down, but the Lord is
Ditabrak.
still gonna be working
Ditabrak,
on
Boots.
Boots is gonna
Brand
be
ngapain tuh
in.
di situ?
The proxy helps them bring Taz down as well as the first tier turret.
What a jump coming out from the entirety of Onic. But even better was the ultimate coming out from Keyboy. Once again, this time, he didn't have any sort of help or setup. It's just literally the melee-based comps that you saw coming out from Evos getting punished by the Cobra. Still, Brands secures the Lord, and that's massive for Evos. But then again, Kyrie, ever so efficient, steals an orange bomb.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, that was crazy. I would say the play came from both gold laners, man. Brand secures the Lord. CW secures 2 kills for himself. And the thing is, they gotta find a way to make sure that Brands is all right. Sans so far has not died. And again, this Barca deals a lot of damage, even though sure, very soft. They gotta make sure that Brands is taken care of. As long as Brands is fine, he should be okay. He died twice. Dreams hasn't died at all.
Definitely. I think that's part of the fact you saw how much damage he's already able to deal. And that's also a way to break the formation that you are seeing from Evos.
Masuk
But the
algoritma
fact of the
MS
matter
kah?
remains, taking the Lord means that you will eventually get a lot of pushing potential. And that is going to be the economy equalizing for both teams.
Right now, Taz was able to secure a orange buff for himself as well. Level 13 on both junglers. Brands level 11, CW level 12. Hijume right now, I kind of think in terms of items, he should be doing quite well. But the thing is, Keyboy as well as Kyrie is putting up so much space between them as well as CW and Sans, making it quite, I would say, quite safe for CW to move forward.
I just want to say though, Keyboy is very tanky now. Radiant armor as well as the dominance is just really picked up. We can see that he is, he knows that correct items. Where you're looking at his counterpart, it's the Kaja. It's he's about what 600 gold richer, but interestingly not able to complete an item because of those casual items.
Yeah, here's the thing. I kind of feel like Dreams right now, not dying kind of feels quite well if he wants to go for that fleeting time. Looking at Brands, he's probably going for a Hunter Strike soon. He has a lot of penetration, so in terms of damage, it's kind of looking quite good. But again, you can have all the damage in the world, but if you die, it kind of doesn't matter.
It's gonna be a very important second Lord. And I guess that whoever takes this next Lord and then wins the fight will inflate their lead to about 5,000.
Now, one thing that we're going to have to reconsider and remember is the fact that Evos did manage to pull off getting themselves the first Lord, and that was no fluke. Evos have timed their retribution between Taz and Brands. Brands wanted to go for the snipe onto the Lord at the same time.
Sans ngapain tuh? Sans kemana? Sans kemana tuh?
Let's prepare for something like that to happen again. As such, Onic, maybe you should keep an eye out for where exactly this Beatrix is.
Right now, I'm actually looking at the map. Sans is coming back into the fight. The Lar is coming in. Keyboy is looking for an angle. The Lord is very low. Taz is alone. Everyone else is far away. The Lar is gonna flank from behind. 11,000 HP left on the Lord. Looks like no one wants to commit just yet. They really want to make sure someone dies first. 8,000 HP on the Lord. And now,
this is gonna be a penetrate positive boost passion onto the Lord, and Taz will eventually be able to get the Lord down. But unfortunately, through all of that, the Lord is still gonna be taken down to the hands of Onic. Hijume goes down too. Onic found value after taking the Lord.
Yeah, massive snag coming out from Onic for sure, especially with the ultimate coming out from Keyboy, stopping the Iron Distracts, already committing the Purify. But then again, that's the idea coming out from Onic. Wow, okay, Kyrie using the taunt is...
you talked about the Purify. Hijume didn't use his.
Yeah.
I saw quite a bunch of crowd control on him. I kind of feel like Hijume should not have died just now.
Well, he knows that he will have the passive anyways. He's going to trigger it. It's not worth to commit your Purify. Through the instant replay, you're going to see the go-ahead usage of the Bennett's Rage. But Dilar was isolated. You can see Keyboy with the knockback, utilizing his ultimate. And they were just fine not giving away the Lord to the side of Onic. So it's pretty much an even trade-off between two teams.
But honestly, looking back into the highlights, everyone else was going away except for Hijume. So maybe there is some kind of
communication?
Communication issue there.
Yeah.
They gotta fix that up because Hijume, he has to know he is the mid laner.
Yeah.
He can deal the damage, but again, you gotta make sure that you're in the right position to actually hit your Ghost Blisters onto multiple targets.
I guess the call for for Evos was hit and run. Let's just get the retribution, let's get out afterwards. Knowing full well that there's some massive engaged comp that you can see and expect from Onic. Evos, they're far too afraid to commit 5v5 versus Onic unless it's just for the sake of getting the retribution onto the Lord.
Right now, looking at the positions of everyone, Nobar is solo up on top, while the other 4 members of Evos somewhere here down bot. Dreams now has the Tina Shield, should be able to handle the damage coming in from Sans. Sans so far again has not died just yet, doing absolutely quite a lot of damage onto Evos. I gotta say, guys, during this entire fray, during minute number 1 up until minute 15, the start of the game, 7,000 gold lead. Yep. But after that, I would say not even a 1,000 difference between both teams.
Yep, I definitely agree. And big props to Onic, alleviating 7,000 gold in just the first few minutes of the game.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it all boils down to the first buff. Huh? Eventually, once you get the first buff, the lead is just so much. But in all seriousness, one thing that I'm looking at from the side of Onic is the fact that they are pretty much more or less going for like a wombo combo unga bunga kind of gameplay, right? While Evos, the main thing and the main way that they have been playing is really just Sand Dream as with a flicker, followed by pulling and picking off someone. From that point on, hopefully that they will be able to get that numbers advantage in order to win in the team fight. And not to forget, with the insurance from Hijumi, I thought that would have worked well.
And I kind of feel like both teams are trying to see who's going to make the mistake. CW is getting sniped quite a few times already by Brands. Brands so far has been pretty good on those snipes. Lord Spawn, Evos so far has been able to secure 2 for themselves. Can they make it a 3? Or this time, Onic is going to make sure that they get it. Looking at Delar, he is inside the base of Onic.
And Keyboy jumps himself right onto the front lines. Taz seems to be in a deep trouble as Boots puts himself right onto Hijumi. Brands all the way behind, trying to go for the fly, but unfortunately that's not going to work out for them this time. For the first time, Onic gets themselves the Lord, but the Law is all the way down in the bottom lane, pushing the waves all the way through. In the meantime, we're looking at 2-way role split. We're looking at 2 fights. Well, the main thing is takes 2 down and
majuin.
with the wind on nature. CW pops his own one and tries to follow through.
CW wanted to say, I'm the king of the skies, man. Kyrie's on my team, sure, but look at me.
Oh man, massive split from Delar, but it will not be enough. Does complete the push onto the bottom lane, but now with Onic winning the battle afterwards. There's not much waypoint that they have, and now they can come and trade off easily.
Right now, looking at how the waves are moving, Onic now has a 2,000 goal lead. The Lord is still marching in the mid. Hijime is trying to protect his own base, his own turret. Now, Evos, I kind of feel like they can protect this, but they took quite a heavy hit.
100%. I mean, Onic will lose their bottom lane, but the fact that there still is a Lord and a lot of big minions march in, Onic still has map control.
And Sand goes forward.
Bisa gitu anjing.
Sand is still managed to get a kill with a magic warship onto Brand, and that is more than enough for them to bring the one win con down.
Dude, that must hurt, man. We haven't seen Farsa in quite a while, but the thing about the Farsa is, all you got to do is one job. Yep. Drop the mark.
That's what we want from the side of Onic. And speaking of raw damage, look at the amount of damage that they can deal onto the Delar. Despite the fact that he is pretty tanky, they still can bring him down to such a low percentile of health. Onic forces their objective and push their way through. Brand is nowhere to be seen, and this is one of the best opportunities for Onic to make a play without the main damage dealer from the side of Evos. As such, Kyrie makes himself the front, and he's just wanting to get himself right in the middle, but unfortunately the immortality will be popped. Brand joins in the frame, and Onic finds this time to run away. But Dreams, he knew that this moment will come with a flicker. He brings one.
Onic looked like they overstayed their welcome.
Definitely. They've already pushed out 3 lanes of turrets. You should be happy with that, especially knowing that Brand's timing is going to be cooling down. You know, he's going to be respawning. The fact that Kyrie stayed in front of that base building also forces all his immortality, which, by the way, is a mortal sin in the latter portions of the game. It's, you know, it's a very valuable cooldown to not have. And then Brands was able to respawn. There's the assists coming up from Dreams. Still, Onic, massive lead, map control is theirs. Not impossible for Evos though.
At this point, everyone is almost full build. I see Hijime not full build just yet. I kind of feel like after this, he will go for the Blood Wings. Lord coming up in just a bit. And this time, Evos, even though they are at a goal deficit, they're in prime position to secure the Lord. And again, at this point, it kind of doesn't matter about the gold.
This Lord is looking to be very scary, as Onic can literally take this Lord fight, this Lord stance by the throat of Evos.
Right now, looking at the Lord, Kyrie is pulling it towards the side of Onic. Dreams, will you have a good position? Keyboy is looking for a target, finds Dreams.
And immediately slams him into the wall. Hijumi came in to give him the insurance policy. Dreamers is still alive. However, the law is not. It's going to be popping off with the immortality, and immediately with the winter truncheon, he could stay alive. Woods expended off his immortality just so that he will be able to go for the trade onto Dreams. This means there's only 3 members left on the side of Evos.
There's only 1 play left. That's the bottom. Taz sees it. Is anybody from Onic gonna play it? They canceled the TP. Oh, no, they have boots anyways.
So now, Onic, prime position to end the game at around 22 minutes. For now, Evos, their damage dealers, haven't been able to do quite a lot. They haven't been able to do too much.
That was really a tough fight, isn't it, for Evos? Because in a macro sense, there's so many things going on. They're gonna have to take note of the top lane, middle lane, and the bottom lane, which will eventually push in, especially for the top and the middle, right? Because if the longer that they keep this fight going, the longer that they hold on to this Lord, unfortunately, Evos will be on the chokehold. They can't dance around the Lord for that much. They need to deploy someone to defend the base.
Well, right now the Lord is marching in. Sans trying to find a good position to make sure that he can get onto Brands. Brands is still alive. He will be trying to clear minions. The Lord comes in. Bad strike used.
And does seem as though Taz was hoping that he'll be able to get a kill down the Sans, but the rest of the members from the side of Onic will probably want to focus down the core. But the Lord he's frozen. He don't care about much at all. But the main front line of Onic is gonna see that though we've got Kyrie taken down. But there's quite a lot of trade. Dream, Taz, the Lord.
Dimainin anjing.
Backline, but they don't care.
Looks like now match point for Onic. The Lord comes in. Honestly, quite a good change. Evos looking pretty good, but not good enough.
Macro wasn't theirs, unfortunately. During the important Lord team fights, they lost control of the map. Kyrie was able to get it. They were poked down. Dilar wanted to go for that split push play. Was successful in doing so. But in the end, the entirety of his gang wasn't able to secure the Lord. Still, the 1-1 is pretty strong, I would say. And the fact that Boots was making it so impossible for the backliners of Evos to get into position, that was another problem that they had to solve.
I gotta have to say though, I really do commend the fact that Evos constantly tries to drag onto the game and get themselves more time. Buy more time to eventually find the small little weakness that Onic has. Because here's the thing, I've always seen Evos as a very slow team. They will always start off the series in a very slow manner. They would always give their opponent the first point, and eventually they bounce back. So more or less, Evos is still keeping to their MO. They're giving 2 games over to Onic, and you wouldn't be too surprised. I wouldn't be too surprised if Evos somehow finds a way to turn the game around.
Yeah, I kind of feel like game number 3, because again, it's not over. It is a best of 5. Looking at how they were playing just now, CW, honestly, in my personal opinion, played out of his mind. Brands, I kind of feel like he did well as well, but again, always targeted. I'm going to bring in Leo into this conversation. That was an amazing game, Leo.
We can only really do so much as hope, all right? We were definitely taking in our dosage of copium and hopium when Dilar came in. But again, the question stood. Will his macro stand up to the fact that he's a new part of this equation? And we saw some signs of the old Dilar, right? We saw how even when everything is up against
soliter, gue gak ngerti main soliter, lu ngerti main soliter Chan?
Ngurut-ngurutin doang.
Main snack video kali ya? Ayo. Udah habis cok waktu gua. Udah habis lah.
Ya, ngomong banget. Ya wajar.
Gak ngerti gua game apa nih.
When.
Hah?
When.
Edi.
Dew.
Dapat Spong.
Dapat spong. Hint. Fin. Hit. In.
Masuk lagi. Ya huruf, Cok.
Iya. Tadi kayak banyak banget.
Iklan, Cok.
Mon.
Now. Oh. War. Ya aja tuh. Ron.
Ron.
Ada.
On.
Oh. Easy.
Level up.
Oke, masih gua tamat. Apa ya?
Fur. Sastra Inggris main gini kan. Gampang.
Gua soal siapa aja udah busuk. Busuk tuh. Pos.
Row. Ore.
Guritnya, Cok.
Ore.
Anjing, guritnya nggak kena, Cok. Anjing, guritnya nggak kena, bangsat.
Evo.
Oh.
Enggak ada.
Kata dia. Aduh.
Rowe. Rom. Iya.
Ayan.
Eni.
Pasti berkudanya A ya? Itu pasti ya?
Iya. Mei udah.
Ya apaan anjing?
6.
Hey!
Nai. Yai or Nai.
Emang ada kamu begitu, Cok?
Ada lah di
Selama kan?
Funi ngapain anjing ke Kamboja? Selingkuh kan? Suwe.
4 huruf ya gabungannya semua. Dua lagi.
Use.
Ya usah.
Uses.
Oh iya.
Guspongnya full.
Lautan ini. Oh,
God. Raja terakhir kan raja
Mungkin
terakhir.
Pak.
Si Urchin.
Anjing laut kan? Aduh rasanya jadi terlalu gampang sih.
Ya Allah. Mage. Gem.
Berat gue ya?
Mage.
Ini gampang banget, Cok. Odin, sebentar ya saya. Pas huruf kan ya? Ondu.
No. Ando.
Indi. Purita tuh.
Sekarang teh nanti ontu.
Unto.
Out. Paseng. On nut kacang.
kasih tahu dong, kan dikasih tahu bang.
Nyalain loncengnya Akmal.
Akmal Noval Abigadi. Wih, Tron. Pertanda kah?
Apa? Omen.
Anjir.
Ma'ruf Omen.
Iya.
No. Oh, masuk bonus lumayan anjing.
Oke, kita cari bonus ya. M-O-M-E-N. Udah.
One, satu. One.
Kan.
Emo.
Imo. Ome TV.
Mon. Momonon. Anjing musuh satu gitu.
Neo.
Noe. Moe.
Moe nggak bisa.
Noe. Nom. Men. Janganlah.
Apa ya? Cara curang nggak ya? Salah kamu sih anjing. Adri. Ian. Ray. Derry. Orang semua.
Dry.
Ya.
Dry. DRI. Raymond.
Oh, sisihkan tuh.
Ih, banyak banget nih.
Anjing.
Ikan. Beb, ada ikan, Beb.
Nggak ngerti juga bobot. Nggak tahu kan namanya. Nice. Ayo nonton.
Matrix.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
All right, well, given the situation here, they can repair that with step one, choosing the right side. And I think by remaining red, they can cover up and help Brands set that up. But I don't think it's on Brands anymore. I think Brands is an accepted factor in the way Evos plays. So there's only so much adjustments you can do in that front.
I mean, this kind of shows probably a little bit of problem in terms of the hero pool, because once the Claude has been banned out, he's been opting very quickly, right, to go onto that Matrix pick.
Almost defaulting.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like Onic is just abusing that. It's like, we don't have to think about it too much. You can pick up the Barca early because they're definitely going to take the Matrix. It's really not a problem.
Okay, a few answers are coming towards the questions we posed even before the
Giliran
draft
gak niat
began.
ada yang komen gak?
Especially with the reveal of which side Evos chose going into this pivot point, this game 3 in a best of 5. Onic are at match point. They could be dropping their fellow countrymen. And yeah, Evos stays red. Evos stays red. This helps.
Yeah, but again, look at the draft, man. Respect Claude as well as Renus.
Whoa.
Respect. Wow. I'm pretty sure Boots is like, yo, you know what? Get rid of that.
Yep.
I don't want to fight a planet.
The general.
The general. Okay. Well, I do hope that if ever there will be a surprise Dilar hero pickup from the for Evos, I do hope that it's gonna be picked up last. So
Agreed.
with the ban on the Uranus, what's next is the Esmeralda, and that will be the last pick.
Esmeralda quite a lot of setups as well because Esmeralda is kind of a late game kind of hero, so you got to make sure that your mid can put enough pressure. You got to make sure that your side lanes can deal with themselves. 1-1. Onic themselves as man now, so they have a different idea for a first pick here. Is it a Kaja?
Perhaps a Kaja
Or Valentina?
Or a Valentina, but knowing Onic, I guess my low odd or high odds kind of bet here is weird. It's Eve.
How important?
Eve.
How important is it to give Brands a winning matchup by putting him to pick last? Or would it make more sense to use the La as that wild card and let him pick last?
I would say the Lara wild card.
Yes, I agree. I think it's not just about the hero pick for Brands. It's not just about winning matchup. He had Beatrix. And the thing is,
he's supposed to win 1-1 in terms of matchup.
In a way, I guess the idea is what really is the baseline of Brands. Brands wants to fight as soon as possible. Beatrix, although you can do that, and with the Kaja, you're supposedly you should be able to do that. But the way that they're playing is they want to farm first. So maybe put Brands in something like a Brody instead that can, fight. Or force him to fight.
Not just. Even the front lines have to adjust because Hijime has been playing pick-off heroes and Taz has been playing
Among the
in and out type of heroes. You need a good solid front line here. But yeah, you read into it. They're setting up the box. Eve is 100% present in all of MSC matches so far. What's a good trade for Evos?
Oh, it's difficult. Maybe Arlet. Certain point you don't want to give that up. And also
It's
Valentina.
It's kind of bad, right? Because the Claude could fight against the E,
but it's banned out.
Apa?
Kadena would have been there.
Sering di-pick
banned
kan
out,
di
so,
MSC.
Yeah.
Would have made a very good idea as to what Onic is trying to go for.
Kaja or Franco, maybe from Dreams. Then, of course, the Arlot, and then the Valentina. Those are the probable 3 options here. Instead,
Their pick. Okay, that is a surprise at least for me.
Okay.
Generally, when I look at a Eve, I wouldn't expect a Frederick pick from on the other side.
And look, there's still Franco, there's still Kaja. 2 heroes that can definitely be played by Keyboy. Is already good versus the Joy, but also good with the Eve. So I wonder, I think that the Joy might have been far too early for Evos because you also reveal, or at least you reveal 2 side lanes or 2 confirmed lanes. Like the
I kind of feel like there's a lot of layers why the Joy has been picked up, right? Because we're assuming this is going over to the Lar.
Yeah.
And the thing is, maybe the Lar just wants to flex his abilities. But again, it also was a big problem for Brands to handle. And now, like I said, the Kaja has been picked up. And the Melissa as well, so team fights, man.
Yeah,
Onic has been good at team fights.
This is so much better for Onic. They left open the
100%.
Franco because the Franco is awkward with the Eve.
Yes.
The Franco going into the Eve is so awkward, and there's that negative synergy between the Melissa go away and the Franco, so they don't mind.
Oh, you should have something like a Farsa here for Evos.
I agree.
Deal with the Melissa, or maybe Arnold would have been perfect. However, they already picked up both Frederick and Joy, so there will not be any more space for the Arlot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Hijime is going to use the Joy, right?
Statistically,
honestly, he can.
Statistically, did he know?
Okay.
He has never played a single Joy in mid.
Was able to breathe for a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fellas,
Oh no.
folks watching at home,
Let's just believe, you know? it might be the final game. You know, at this point, let's just
Keep
trust.
the man.
Okay. It's not that it's impossible, it's just difficult.
It's very difficult.
So
Okay.
I hope Coach Agi pointed it out.
Well, this time the Joy isn't gonna do a lot to the Matrix. I mean, the Eve still. I don't know, man.
Okay, so
Eve Kaja, Melissa doesn't have a lockdown for the Bennett Strange nor the Nibiru's Passion. I don't think it's gonna work.
and
sorry.
Fredrin being their main front line right now, at least when it comes down to the jungle, will have a problem going and entering onto Onyx side. I mean, we do have a Eve up front, and whenever I look at a Eve, I immediately think slows. When I think about immobilize the boxes, how does Fredrin even close up the gap?
And I think that's why Coach Yev and Coach Addy are going to lock down mid. They're going to take away solid roamers and mid laners to make sure that that engagement becomes all the more difficult. It's already hard as it is, but now they're going to make sure that, all right, King of Marksman not going to play again.
Is there a thing that we're just not thinking about? Like, is there a world where they pick up something that is like, you know, quote unquote out of meta that could handle this kind of composition?
Vixana, perhaps.
Whoa.
I mean,
there's a clue.
Valentina's still out there.
Valentina, I feel that the Lilia might be the choice, the additional choice here. Alright, good bans. At least they're setting up for the Matrix. There's still Arlott though. Arlott v Joy, that's still much doable. And guess what? The glue is still there.
Yeah. Honestly, we haven't seen the glue at all today.
Arlott
Not even
glue.
bans.
That is true. It's been quite some time since that has happened, but the final ban goes over to the handlers.
Yep, again, mid laners, right? That main artery.
Okay.
I think a Lolita will be kind of okay here. At least being able to deal with the Melissa. The Grog.
I didn't cure pain.
Okay, Valentina is there. Okay, if you're Onic, what's your last pick here? You have the Martis still, pretty good. You also have the glue. Perfect. I think the glue will just really close it out. And of course Arlott is still available, like I mentioned earlier on. So.
Man, XP lane was free pickings. Not a single ban except for the except for the Uranus in the first phase there.
So we are only missing out for the junglers from the side of Onyx.
Martis is the safest pick. Ling might be the flex. Like they just want to win it, you know. Or the Fanny as well. Fanny as well is there.
Honestly, even the Hayabusa wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. Hayabusa.
Okay, sure, why not?
Sure.
Huh. I guess they wanted more contributions in objective takes.
Molten.
Is there a world where the Saber is picked up by Evos?
Emblem jungle.
As the
Tapi emang strong banget,
You know what? At this point, why not?
Just go for it.
Bisa lari cepet,
Oh, the
nambah
Franco is
darah.
still open.
But again, it's awkward.
Pernah di
True.
The front line already have a problem, you know, closing the gap.
Tapi tetap
And
aja
if they wouldn't
nambah.
pick a Saber, I think they wouldn't even be
Kairi
able to
soalnya
control the
pernah
battlefield.
pakai
Check it out.
bannya tank.
Bane has been one of the best
Would be nice.
performing junglers in MSC so far. 80% win rate with an average KDA of 7.85 and an average GPM of 723,
Nggak bisa main Kufra,
which is,
anjing,
you know, above average for
Nino.
especially a sustain type jungler. Now, here we go. How about a better front line? This is much better, I think, to help Brands activate himself. There's a Minotaur in the hands of the Indonesian Nightmare Dreams.
Actually, you know what? I like the Minotaur pick because when you're enraged and then you heal up, you're not going to take a lot of damage coming in from the Melissa, so it could work.
Bootsnya
Almost
Arlott
like game
anjing.
number 1, game number 2, everything has to go right for the members of Evos.
And it helps with the whole DPS situation, given the passive that Minotaur has when he CCs opponents. So yeah, this is it, folks. The pivot point. Will the sweep between Onic and Evos remain a canon event, or does history rewrite itself right in here or right now? Again, pre-recorded footage of Coach Yev walking off stage. This is that was weird
That is
coming out of my mouth.
superimposed. 100% superimposed.
That was AI.
Yes.
I gotta say, I'm like,
Photoshop.
what do you feel about this game before we go in?
Tinggal
Actually,
FTM.
never mind. We're gonna go straight in to game number 3. Perhaps the last game of the day. Evos going up against Onic. Onic now 2-0.
Very much of a team fight composition that we would want to expect from the side of Evos. And of course, having the Minotaur pretty much solidifies the pick. Nothing too out of the ordinary, I'm gonna have to say, from the jungler side, but wait, hold on a second. We do have the Bane that starts off onto the orange buff instead of opposite of the gold laners. What would that mean?
Maybe they're just gonna be. They just wanna make sure that they have a fluid rotation ongoing to the turtle, because I believe the turtle's gonna go top. Well, it's not revealed yet.
So they don't really want to care technically too much about the gold lanes, I would suppose.
I don't think.
Maybe they
at
just want
least
it to be a
now.
1v1.
For now.
This is Melissa. So Melissa wins the 1v1 almost all the time.
Right.
It's like, you guys are strong, independent women. Handle yourselves well.
Yeah.
Both Melissa as well as the Beatrix.
That's right.
So leave it all up to them, while the main four from the side of Onic and Evos will then challenge for the objective later. Both teams want
Iya, bakal
the
cepet
neutral
banget.
objective. They don't necessarily want to go for, kills
Mainin
early
pasifnya.
for the fight. As long as they go in for the from the objective, they're good.
The decision coming out from Evos is to still pick up the Beatrix, and they deployed a full engaged type of composition, especially with that last picked Minotaur. With the Fredrin in attack, they would just really want to 5v5 their way, literally just steamroll over their opponents. Not gonna be the easiest, because there is that deadly catch. An ultimate that is definitely this anti-engage. Right, you pop it, enemy already damaged, get a lot of life steal, and it's great when it comes to a 5v5 collision.
Right now, the turtle has been started up. Both
Langsung
Nobar
ulti.
as well as Boots
Kairi.
has level 4.
Iya kan?
Kairi scares it.
Immediately. And
Ganti
that's
jungle.
relatively unfortunate.
Gua aja
for
bisa
Southern
main
Evos.
enggak sih?
They're the one
Lagi
that
sama
took the
Ojek sama
most
Tule,
amount of
kayak
time
orang tolol.
whittling the turtle.
Kalau solo jago banget.
Down, but still taken by Kairi.
Right now, looking at both
Anjing,
Nomars
rusak, Ger.
hitting level 4. So, right now, Dreams as well as Keyboy are gonna engage after this.
Apparently, Kairi didn't even use his retribution.
Oh wow!
And if they want to, they can even go super aggressive into the opponent's into Evo's purple buff. But unfortunately, that's not exactly what they are trying to go for.
As you're really feeling bad if you're Evos right now, especially because it's a Fredrin. Fredrin needs to win that first turtle, and Kairi already invading up top. You can see that his pattern, he's already taken away so many of those jungle camps away from the Fredrin. He's already up by a specific certain level. Like, I think he is up 1.9 compared to 1.5 when it comes to gold. That's a lot in the early stages.
In the meantime, Boots all the way up top, but unfortunately Taz actually joins into the fray. Boots forced to get himself a flicker out. Taz, well, questionable appraisals rap, I'm gonna have to say, but in the end, what's done is done. That is still happening.
And down at the bottom side, Dreams making sure that Rans will be able to hold himself quite well. Just now, I'm not so sure whether the Retribution hit or not. Right now, Taz as well as the Lar, they're clearing the waves, making sure that the Lar has first priority to actually move around the map. And if they want to fight, kind of a good situation. Delar, I want to see what you're going to do.
Oh, that is Keyboy, melted down immediately. The turtle will appear in 25 seconds, but Keyboy back in 5.
Very good pull coming in from Hijumi. Saw him taking away the Divine Judgment, and now up top, Delar finds Boots, but again, this is Joy able to run away scot-free.
1/4 of the map with just 1 second. That's how fast Joy can traverse the map. But Delar, he's just really just scouting out. Still, Kairi just leading by a lot over his matchup, over Taz.
Looking at the bottom screen, Delar and Boots 1v1. Looks like Boots is actually winning there. Delar has to go back. Speaking of going back, Evos can't contest for his turtle. Kairi is going to secure it for free.
An easy turtle for them.
Retri. Dicolong anjing buffnya.
This is technically what I want to see from the first turtle. Kairi didn't even use the retribution. He could have just jolly well walked into the purple buff and give an even bigger deficit onto Taz. Well, in the meantime, Boots all the way up in the top lane. He doesn't think he will be able to outplay against Hijumi, but Delar still stays at the top lane and gets a 1-on-1 trade.
Honestly, for me, 100% worth it.
Dreams tadi ulti, iya, ulti terus diulti lagi nih sama si Keyboy.
Dealing a bit of damage on Sans. But again, I kind of feel like still good for Onic because unfortunately Brands missed out. Oh, and Dreams, gotta be careful, man. Your Rico was cancelled.
The Void Crystal plus RWM ensures the Dreamers don't get away.
Can I say it? Onic have just broken down Evos.
Udah kayak tim-tim dari Mesir anjing mainnya, Evos, nggak jelas.
And even after the fact they still got the kill, now they're 2-2. They are not even utilizing the retribution onto taking the turtle, and then they steal away the purple buff. 3.7 versus 2.7k, and it's not even Taz's fault. It's the draft of Onic that really trumps Evos right now.
Well, it's relatively unfortunate the fact that none of the members from the side of Evos have got a flicker at all. The only one that will get a flicker by the time the third turtle appears is going to be Hijumi. But how big of a difference would that be? Would he want to take away the Divine Judgment and get a pick-off immediately? Does Evos even have what it takes to capitalize on that pick-off?
Right now, looking at the situation, Curry might get caught.
Oh, with the Minoan's Fury landing and flying 2% up in the air, Dreams completely locked down and shut in. Zilla came in slightly a little bit too late, but that is not exactly his job. What he wants to do right now is
lagi ulti.
I don't know whether it's because it's gain of 3, but looking at Evos, it seems like they want to go aggressive, but at the same time, they don't know how.
I guess that's the term. They're really sloppy. They're not on point when it comes to the pixels of what they wanted to go with. For example, Taz just utilizing the ultimate. Well, it's
Lagi apa
I
anjing?
would have said that it was okay because Kyrie's dead anyways, but Kyrie's already respawned. And even after a kill onto Kyrie, they weren't able to get a turtle. Now they will lose
Kyrie-nya jadi
turret
sempat
up top as
ngebuff
well.
dulu anjing.
They're not being fluid at all. Whereas Onic, they're so efficient.
Well, at least now they even try to jump on the keyboard. And
Dia
keyboard,
ambil
all he needs to do
branded.
is take, yes, just a single dash.
Even used the retribution. They basically used everything and got nothing out of it. So now, I don't know, maybe the tips coming in, but I kind of feel like they gotta slow down somehow.
It really seems like a mental game right now. And
I
Evos
agree,
is losing that out completely. Like,
I definitely agree with that because you can see it through the non-verbal cues that you can see from
Tombol
the
recall-nya guys segede layar ya.
which of their heroes
Di
right
tengah
now,
anjing.
they're not hitting the shots. They're not pixel perfect and timing perfect with the combo that they have. So you can definitely see that Evos has been tilted. They want to engage, but they can't for some reason.
ouch! A single deadly cast that actually brings Brand's 1/3 or 1/4 health down. That's definitely not gonna start good.
Yeah, and again, I kind of feel like Keyboy is also one of those people that is deactivating Evos because he's kind of like baiting things out and then making them, forcing them to make mistakes. Looking at itemization now, Brand does have
For Keyboy.
Apart from Keyboy, I think it was also Sans. Sans is so on point with the slows that he's outputting.
Well, in the meantime, RWM coming in from the side of Sans. The rest of the side of Evos would want to continue, or rather they see the fact that Taz was all the way in front. But that all became a bait. 2 person went in, or rather 1 person went in, and 1 got caught out. That is Dreams and Hijumi. Evos probably don't have a proper way to even defend this.
I gotta say, that was a very long pull there, Wolf.
Yeah, that
very
was
long pull.
Keyboy.
That looked like a pizza string.
That's true.
Cheese, yeah, the cheese pizza string.
That was Keyboy also being pixel perfect now himself.
Berbeda.
Like the maximum range of what he can do with the ultimate was on point. Sans, I would say he was the MVP of that particular fight, activating his ultimate. Then it was Boots to pop the final slash so that he brings in Dreams, who tried to get out of the real world manipulation.
Now the Lord will spawn, looking at the goal lead. Probably gonna go over to Onic, especially so far. All 3 turtles have been secured by Kyrie, and not every single time. Actually, I think not even once. He even used his retribution. Taz in the front line. Level 10, Kyrie, level 13. Not looking good for Evos.
You're right. 3 of those turtle takes, none of which were with retribution. So it's relatively fair to say that Evos' Taz from Evos doesn't really have a very good play for the retribution, but this could be it. This could be what we want to see. Exactly with the Divine Retribution plus a flicker to bring Keyboy out. Not much of a pickup potential for Onic anymore.
There is the picture that we want to see for Evos. Good initiation, on point usage of the penetrate, then engage.
Oh, Sans.
Oh, this could be it. And now the law is going to be running it down over to the back line. Unfortunately, the forcing the RWM, but that is coming in from the law. And they bring EW down. The law continues his onslaught, and the front line is just going to be left with Boots as well as Kyrie. Sans is not going home anytime soon. But
Tenacity bro, Tenacity dibalikin.
In this fight.
Yeah, the Divine Judgment did a lot there. And now the Lord tries to go back in, but again, his HP is so low. I gotta say, the start of the team fight looked like it was going over to Evos, but Onic, buying enough time, clap back.
I thought that they would have won that fight.
I agree. But they overshot. The
Boots,
thing is,
man.
Definitely, Boots was so phenomenal in this game, was able to punish the members of Evos. Now they steal the orange buff. Efficiency coming out from Onic. They will not stop once they get one objective, they get more mini objectives. Instant replay, you're gonna see them overshooting. Like, Lilar was onto the backline, Dreams was there. No one was there to follow up Dreams when he went in for the jump, and Taz was heavily controlled. Brands going for normal attacks at this point, no ultimates whatsoever. That meant that Boots will be able to survive. No items, no spells, even after really hitting what, for 2 seconds? Not enough for the Patriots.
I mean, like, here's the thing. His HP was low, but the thing about the Arlet, he can heal with his
tenacity as well.
So now, Onic, they're pushing top and bottom. The Lord is at top. I think this is just the Lord, so not the strongest of Lords available, but again, with a 7k goal lead, you could make anything possible.
I mean, more or less, as long as you bring down all the other turrets, I think Onic is going to be pretty happy about it already. You don't have to go and overshoot anything right now. Evos is already having a losing game. The skill shots is just not coming in, and they just need to bide their time and wait for the perfect opportunity to go right in.
I remember the chant for Onic, and I really love it. But as a Filipino getting into Jakarta, they have their songs. Like Evos has their own songs, but Onic, it's very catchy. It's like Di atas langit ada Onic.
Di atas langit ada Onic.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, you did pronounce it correctly, actually, yeah.
It's like at the sky.
Yeah, above the skies, there's Onic.
Okay.
And again, in this entire series,
you can feel it.
Evos not able to go up in the skies for now. Taz frontlining again, and Kyrie basically off cooldown. Just use the deadly cash just to like, okay, let's chip down the turret just a little bit. Whatever, I'm happy with it.
Some of the important items.
Brute Force cooldown.
Brute Force breastplate and the Sky Garden helmet coming up from Kyrie means that he can really sustain and frontline, still dishing out the damage. And the real threat here, which Evos does not realize really, is the Melissa. 4 full items on this Melissa, and of course you have the setup. You have a way to do it. You have the swimming pool technique wherein you pop in the real world manipulation, and then the sharks in there. It's a bad. Maybe you can rename it.
It's not that bad.
A swimming pool, all right.
Yeah. Actually, that's a small little, fun interaction that I thought would happen. As long as Arlet is, trying to get this final swing from left to right, and then Kyrie gets a deadly catch from that exact left to right.
Exactly.
Is it possible for Evos members to get hit by daily catch twice with the repositioning of Boost's Final Slash?
I don't think that's allowed anymore. That's not the case anymore, right?
At this point, kind of doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, but I thought
would be fun.
It's super difficult though.
Right now, honestly, let's just keep it with the swimming pool analogy. Swimming pool. 8k gold lead, Onic. Not surprisingly, starting up the Lord. At this point, Evos, they're kind of just like, yeah, we're not going to take the bait. The moment we come up, someone is going to die, so Lord going over for free.
So the only way that Evos can play now is defensive. Wait for a mistake.
Brands can clear the wave.
Difficult.
Ijumi can kind of clear the wave. You gotta wait for Dreams to catch all 5, and then maybe a beautiful Bandit's Rage. Maybe that could happen.
Dare I say though, unlike the previous games for Evos, there's a rigid win condition from them when the game does go late. Around 23 minutes. 23 minutes is where everybody's just like maxed out, no matter what. So it won't matter how much you have. When that time comes, you have the Minuan Fury, and you have unlimited knockups already with the stomp. Minuan stomp? Yeah. So maybe that's the win condition here for Evos. Don't give up on the defense. As much as possible, retain your outer turrets, or your inner turrets, I mean. Then just wait for the time where you're already very strong with the Valentina as well as the Beatrix.
Right now, the conceal has been used. Onic, they're taking their time. One at a time, they're chipping off the turrets.
And now, the Lord tramples down onto the core. The deadly catch moves itself across the battlefield. Evos.
Sampai
All
nggak
they
mau
wanna
buka
do
map.
is just try to bring down every single one of these creep
Anjing,
waves.
refleksnya ngeri banget ya.
Everyone flies up, followed by the final flash.
Refleksnya Kiboy serem banget anjing.
His HP very low, but he still managed to get himself back home. But one thing that is still very evident is Taz was way too deep in. He's gonna go down. LDS as well as Allah will have to give their final all to defend this game, leaving absolutely nothing. Onic clears it all off, and they finishes the throne.
Kiboy bisa gitu ya.
Moving forward. Congratulations.
Was way too get himself back home. Out of boots, pushing successfully get a kill down here. All they want to do is moves itself across the battlefield. Evos. All they want to do is just try to bring down every single one of these creep waves. But CW manages to successfully get a kill down here. Everyone flies up, followed by the final flash from the side of boots, pushing onto the lava. His HP very low, but he still managed to get himself back home. But one thing that is still very evident is Taz was way too deep in. He's gonna go down. LDS as well as Allah will have to give their final all to defend this game, leaving absolutely nothing. Onic clears it all off, and they finishes the throne.